Thanks for tuning in to Larger Curves. I didn't realize that I was muted. I started on time here at 7 o'clock on Larger Curves. Make sure you smash that like button and smash the subscribe button if you haven't already. I am going to let the I'm going to let this intro play while we give people a minute to come in. And okay. Thanks again for tuning in to Larger Curves this evening. I want you to know how important you are to me and how I appreciate you taking a minute to stop by and say hello and give your energy. Leave a comment down below. Today on Larger Curves, we will be going over today we're going over, of course, Real Housewives of Potomac. Yes, let's see. Somebody said, one who cares is in the house. What a treat. What a treat. One who cares is in the house. Thanks for stopping in tonight. One who cares. I appreciate you. Did you get a chance to watch, wait just a minute. Yes, that's for you, one who cares. Good evening. Did you get a chance to watch Real Housewives of Potomac? Because I did, and hopefully Tottie Vision will be able to pop on because we were supposed to come on here together. Hopefully you got a chance to watch it, and so you'll know and you'll be able to follow along. Maybe we won't agree, but at least we can communicate about it, right? Right? So as you could tell from my, what's it called? Where'd it go? As you can tell from my description, the descripciones here for the Larger Curves review of Real Housewives of Potomac, tossed salads, tea bags for tea. Okay, so tonight it's going to be real quick. It wasn't a lot of to do. But I'm going to go over what we're going to go over. Then we'll go over it in detail. Let's see. So Candiace was hot. Mia broke bread. G's tongue. The bandits arrive for a threesome. Where's the potty? Dinner out with the guys. Drinks for housewives, but not your wives. Ashley would have been breastfeeding, but Chris can't control her either. Candiace strikes again, and time to go. So that's going to be our outline for the evening. Let's see. So Candiace was hot. Let's start there. So this episode started with the women still in wherever they are because Wendy said they needed to go there. I think they said Northampton or whatever. It looks like a colonial estate. Honestly, it looks like it may have been a plantation at one time. And I'm not real sure why a cast full of Black people would have really wanted to stay on a plantation and act like it was all that in a bag of chips. But it looked cold, drafty, and old. It was big, but the rooms looked like they were very small. But I mean, it was big and everybody could stay in the same house, which was Wendy's point. But I still believe that Wendy should have done a bathroom count and known exactly where the bathrooms were located for this many guests in one house, especially when you happen to share the bathroom with men folk, okay? It's one thing if the ladies are all on a vacation together for a women's trip and ladies have to share a bathroom, right? But when you involve the husbands in the menagerie, I can't imagine that that would be too comfortable for the other ladies, because what wife even wants to use the bathroom after her husband? Think about it. Hello? So Wendy, she could have did better on that. But in her effort to be tit for tat, because ever since happiness got on her chest, she's been doing a lot of tit for tat because she got extra tit. You know what I mean? But so in her effort to do tit for tat and show that her selection was all that, she decided that this, just based on size alone and everybody being in one house, was going to be a better deal. So let's continue. So yes, of course, Candiace was hot, and rightfully so, because we picked up with the ladies in the kitchen. I said last week when I reviewed this that I believed that Candiace was only throwing the piece or two of lettuce for emphasis on a statement. Now, granted, after last year's occurrence, I'm positive that Candiace felt that tossing the lettuce across a 20-foot island and only landing 3 feet in front of her person wouldn't have caused an altercation, but she still made her point, right? But there is room for Mia to step to Candiace's mom, first time meeting her, just this is a backstory. Step to her mom, first time you're meeting her, talk about finances, bring my husband into it, and then pretend and fake like you were doing it as a businesswoman who cares about my business. I wasn't buying it either. So Candiace was saying that, you know, my video wasn't low budget. And I agree with Candiace. She had a budget of $10,000, which to me is a lot because I don't have $10,000 for a video yet. So to one person's low budget is another person's, damn, that was a lot of money for a video. You know what I'm saying? So it's all relative. But I guess to Mia, and to Mia's point, when you're making $450,000 a year doing breaking backs, then 10,000 is low budget, you know? So it's all relative, but she didn't need to say it like that. And especially after she knew that Candiace was already sensitive about it, right? So Candiace, in retaliation, said, your mama's low budget, even after finding out that Mia's mother had this backstory of, you know, recovery, right? Merlinda Lacey, her mama should have, hello, Merlinda Lacey. Her mama should have checked Mia and not gossip about her own daughter. Hello, that's what I'm saying. Merlinda Lacey's in the house. Thanks for stopping by, Merlinda. I'm going to give you the welcome that we give the people here. Big shout out to Merlinda Lacey. Thanks for your comment here on Larger Curves, where all welcomes are opinions. Did you get that? All welcomes are opinions. All opinions are welcome here. We don't have to agree, and we can agree to disagree, or we can agree and keep it moving, or we can disagree and keep it moving. But whenever somebody takes a moment to leave a comment and share their thoughts and energy with me here, I totally appreciate you for that, Merlinda Lacey. And I agree that Mia should have got checked by her mom. That's it. Her mama should have checked Mia and not gossip. Oh, her mama as in Dorothy. Yes, I agree with that also, Merlinda. You're very welcome. I agree with that also because, yes, Miss Dorothy should never have entertained Mia and her feet at the freaking video. Dorothy was being hella messy. Dorothy is like Mama Joyce. She's just messy in all the people's business, wants to be on somebody's camera, always saying things and doing things just for shock value because she can, because she's the mama and she knows nobody going to disrespect her like that too much. And especially it feels like Dorothy kind of likes being, can we call her a thorn? A loving, beautiful thorn in Candiace's side, right? Like there's kind of a coda thing going on, a codependent relationship over there, I think. In my opinion, and I speak from opinion, that it could be some kind of something that why would her mother stand there with a stranger in front of cameras at her job and talk that kind of trash? That's not very loving. It says honor thy mother and father so your days can be long. But look, there's respect. It's reciprocal. You got to respect your kids to get the respect that you deserve when you're an adult. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that that was very respectful of Dorothy to entertain Mia and her feet in that way. Okay, so you're very welcome again. So Candiace's mouth is still more of a problem than Mia breaking dishes and then Mia throwing an entire salad to reach Candiace. Mia was so hurt. Dorothy and Candiace are both hot messes and they are messy. Yeah, they're messy. Ashley's forehead is messy. Mia's obviously knows the assignment and came in messy and hot. Wendy knows the assignment and came in wet, messy, and hot. You know, G knows the assignment. He came in messy and hot. You know, there's a whole lot of hot mess going around in the Potomac and on all these shows. Thank God for us, or else they'd be extremely boring. However, in this particular instance, in my opinion, I feel like Mia did more than Candiace, yet Candiace said the reaction that Candiace got was on 10 compared to what Mia got. That's just my opinion. How'd the lady break a dish and almost put people's eyes out? And nobody said nothing. But then when Candiace tipped something over that didn't even break, 3 people ran over to Candiace and was like, oh, stop. Ashley is the bone collector. Yeah, she's a bone collector. Oh, DT's in the house. No freaking way. DT's in the house. DT is here for... Hooray for DT. Thank you, DT. Yes, it's fabulous, DT. How are you? Okay. So it's, what day is it? If it's Monday here, it's Tuesday. It's Wednesday there. I think I'm getting it right. And my international friend DT is here. What's this avatar? Who are you serving me tonight, DT? Who's this avatar? Who is this avatar? I know it's hilarious. Can't wait to see it. But yes, thank you, DT. All is well. I'm just doing my quick review on the Real Housewives of Potomac. We were on Candiace's mouth is still more of a problem than the other lady breaking things. And I'm not real sure, you know, Candiace keeps saying that there's colorism. And colorism is obviously when within a Black group, Tottie! Wait a minute. Tottie's in the house. I keep getting interrupted with all these wonderful people stopping by. Yes, because Tottie Vision is here. Tottie, is that you? Yes, it's another Mia James almost pufferfish Thornton. Yeah, she was blued up last night, especially sitting next to G. Did you notice how she kind of tries to do that thing where she makes herself smaller? Like she bends her knees a lot and she kind of scoots down in her seat and all that stuff, you know? I don't know. She does that. And she's a tall woman. I think she should just own it. I love tall women. So, oh, look, Tottie. DT says, hey, Tottie Vision. Hope all is well with you. And One Who Cares says, what's up with Wendy and Eddie dressing like twins? I know. What is this? Circa 1986? Are we on our way to Magic Mountain? Are we in the line at Six Flags? Do we not want to lose each other at the amusement park that we all dressed alike? Honestly, though, I think it's really cute and I love it. And truth be told, me and my family will dress alike on occasion too. On occasion. It's not like constantly, but it's cute when we do it, you know? But yeah, I think it's cute. I think it's cute, One Who Cares. I love it. I'll go ahead and say it. But yes, it does feel very circa, pick a 1900, late 19s, maybe not. Yeah, okay, I'll give you 1996. Maybe people were still doing that. Maybe. I don't know. Yes, and Tottie agrees with me. It's colorism, because how is everybody trying to stop Candiace from speaking words when people can throw shit at her, when they can break shit on her, and people can get in her face and it's not a problem. They never see it. But when Candiace does it, they see it. That's the colorism. When the color does it, they see it. One Who Cares is cracking up. Yes, definitely. I thought it was cute. I like when families do it. Yes, Toddy, so do I. Definitely. I actually liked when Wendy did it. It was cute. Yes, that's what I'm saying. It was cute, and I can still talk shit because it is very circa like we're going to the amusement park. I don't know. Do they do that out there? Like, I remember, like, me and my boo, I just hung the picture up from we had went to the Gilroy Garlic Festival out here in California, and husband had this fly ass sweatsuit and think he didn't go right and get me one to match. And we both had on our white sweatsuits with red stripes and gray accents. And we walked all about the Gilroy Garlic Festival, matchy. And yes, it was cute. So yeah, it's cute and circa 1990. So, okay, where were we? See families do it at festivals and barbecues. Yeah. It's like saying that we all together. It's like name tags on the outside of your shirt. Oh, where are my people? Oh, we're all dressed like picnic tables. That's easy to figure out, you know? So I'm here for it. Anyway, so Tottie, were you coming up? Tottie? I sent you the link. Did you get it? Well, if you want to come up, you can, of course. So we're going to continue with this review. Where was I? G's tongue hello. Okay. Yes. DT says, yes, LRGA. It's Tuesday afternoon here in New Zealand. All right. Thank you. Had it right. Okay. Let me see. Or did I say it was Wednesday? Is it Monday? Yeah, it's Monday here. So it's Tuesday there. Okay. Perfect. G's tongue hello to Karen. That was very kind of pervy. That was not cute. It was disrespectful. I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence about it. I'm a married woman, and if somebody's husband came up to me on the first time meeting me and licked their tongue at me like that, even after playing GOV shots, I would be offended. It's not cute. Keep your tongue in your mouth. Keep it for your girl who needed her thing reconstructed. But he did kind of have good tongue action. And maybe that's why she needed to get it reconstructed. I'm not sure. She said it was reconstructed down there. Oh, let me see. Oh, wait. This DT is sending me stuff. Oh my God. I'm going to have to turn my camera on and show the people. I am not prepared for that today, DT. I'm not prepared for it today. Oh my God. Tottie Vision is in the house. Who is it? Who is it? Wait, who is that? Who's at the door? Who's at the door? Who's at the door? Who are you?
Me.
Tottie? Tottie Vision is in the house. Can we give it up for Tottie Vision? Tottie, vision, 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 vision. Yes. What'd you end up making for dinner? Side note.
I did the salmon bowl.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
The TikTok has like this salmon and rice bowl going around, so I did it with
Oh,
with cauliflower rice though, because I'm still on that weight loss journey.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Good for you. Well, I started making dinner and then husband had to take over because I was prepping for the show. And so he's making the steaks and I just grabbed like a one of those to go things of avocados,
That's what.
guacamole on spinacopita. That's what I ended up having. But they're having steak and something else. I don't know. But DT says yes. Mr. G was absolutely creepy with the tongue action. He
That
was
was
so
weird. He's a
that
little.
was weird, huh?
Hmm.
That was very telling, also. And you can tell that Mia is semi used to it and almost expects it because she wasn't offended
Well,
or shocked.
they do invite people in, so she probably didn't care.
Oh, so maybe that's usually how she gets whoever she looking for is because he lick his tongue at her at the person, and then she does her move. I would like to know what her move is. His is licking tongues, and then what does she trip him or something with her big feet?
I mean, she's pretty good.
I love Mia's feet. I'm not being horrible. Black lavender. Oh my goodness.
What's that black
But
lavender?
don't worry, they can show him another time. Allergic curves, right? Oh my God, black lavender's in the house.
Hey, Pearl.
What? What? Yes, yes. Thank you, Black Lavender, for please, please get comfortable. You know, close the door behind you. You stay in Black Lavender. You ours. I love you. I was ready for some salad throwing and maybe some wig tossing, right? Yes, definitely. Definitely. So, Toddy, I'm only up to G's tongue hello to Karen. Did you have any thoughts on Candiace being hot at Mia? Do you think she had a reason to be hot at Mia? Did you see Mia put her finger in Candiace's face, or did you see the lie that Ashley's trying to tell that Candiace put her finger in Mia's face? Please share your thoughts, Tati Vision.
Um, I did see the whole incident. Again, I did think that the argument could have ended early on, but
Uh-huh.
I don't think it was unprovoked because most people would feel some type of way about you going to their mom in that manner. So, but I also think that the drinks played a part because to me, it looked like everybody was tipsy. Even Giselle said, "Are they all drunk?" Because
Yeah,
even when I was watching like Chris Sweet and watching G and watching Mia and Candace's fight, and then like everybody looked like they were loaded. So
yeah.
that definitely played a part. Now, as far as Ashley goes, I told you this a million times. I think that Ashley and Giselle are master manipulators. They know the power of your words and they know how to spin the truth in their direction, just like they did previously.
Right, with the whole Monique thing, you're right.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I feel like she knows what she's doing when she says that and creates that narrative. And I feel like Giselle knows what she's doing too when she does it. And I feel like it's kind of odd that a lot of viewers will forget what they saw the moment they hear something else. Isn't that odd?
It's very odd. And it's interesting, like, but that is very odd. I don't know. I'm sure there's some kind of term for that phenomenon that I'm not aware of at this time, but I'll probably look it up later. But yeah, that's just odd to where you don't believe what you see, you believe what they told you. It's kind of like that whole thing like on Fox where you believe what they say on Fox, but you don't believe what you just saw happen outside. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the point in manipulation, though. Manipulative people know that.
Yes, yes, the mess, Black Lavender. That mess. I mean, that's what I said in the description when I put that part about Ashley, so the description for today, I don't know if y'all see it, is the synopsis of this evening. Candiace was hot. Mia broke bread. G's tongue. The bandits arrive for a threesome. Where is the potty? Dinner out with the guys.
Oh my goodness.
Drinks for the housewives, but not your wives.
Oh,
Ashley would have been breastfeeding, but
what was
Chris controller either. Candiace strikes again, and time to go. That's where we are. So we're still only up to G's tongue. We still have a couple more things to talk about, but we can jump all over the place. Black Lavender, yes. How messy was Ashley being at the table because she would have been breastfeeding, but
what
she
happened?
had to leave the babies at home so that they could get wet nursed by the assistant.
What happened after G rolled his tongue?
Oh, Karen walked away, but then did y'all notice how Karen came back? Karen walked away feigning disgust, and then she slid her little ass right back over there and did some more little batting of the eyes. Okay, Karen likes attention. Is she a Sagittarius?
I don't know.
She's like, I'm telling Ray. And then she went back over there so he could do something else crazy for Ray to not do nothing.
Mm-mm. That was really awkward and weird. That's when Ashley walked up. And what happened when Ashley walked up? Did they go to the room next?
Then they went over to their room and they got settled a little bit. And that's when Karen was saying, I've only been here for an hour and this, and this already happened, you know?
And
And
Candiace gave the girls a breakdown of everything that had happened. She gave them a really accurate breakdown.
yeah, she gave him an accurate breakdown, but you saw how Ashley had called when they were en route to make sure that they could all earn their paychecks adequately. Because there wasn't, I mean, it was a couple's trip. It's a housewife show, so definitely they should have been there and had every right. And with Robin being on her flow so horribly, and Giselle having a broke foot, and Ashley usually having babes to feed, they could have all just stayed home. They could have literally all stayed home and we could have got a whole new vibe for a whole new feeling and really took a minute to find out about G and Mia and really took a minute to find out about, like, I bet Candiace and Mia would have got a lot further without
I was
Ashley.
going to say, before Ashley ruined it, it looked like everybody was able to move forward. I saw Candiace showing empathy when she was talking to Giselle and Robin about the incident. They were able to coexist really well.
Yep.
I think they would have been able to, after having more drinks, just having a good time. They
Right.
I really don't think it would have been that bad if it wasn't for the drinks anyways.
Yeah, alcohol, and that's so classic reality TV is plying with alcohol. Every producer's best friend is alcohol. Yes, I see Karen trying to be the peacemaker this season, which is still, it's, even though we're almost done with this season, you guys. Was episode 14 of season 6.
Karen,
They,
Karen,
huh?
shut up.
They're what?
Karen needs to shut up.
I know, because it doesn't land well with her playing peacemaker when I don't know, she just comes off fake to me. I'm sorry. I said it. She comes off a little fake to me. And
vaginas and STDs and baby daddies, and now all of a sudden when
yeah,
the people into it, all of a sudden you so holier than thou, girl.
yeah, yeah. And it wasn't even with the full apology. It was only because Giselle said, let's move forward. It wasn't because Giselle said, you owe me an apology for talking about hot boxes or whatever. It was just, you owe me, let's just move forward. I'm willing to move forward. And that's what she did.
Because I'm like, Karen this whole season I love Karen, and I think Giselle has picked on Karen so much. But the narrative she pushed about Ray, that wasn't valid. So for me, I'm like, we done rolled for you this whole season, especially me because I'm a Karen fan.
Yeah.
And you are judging somebody else when you've been running around saying dumbass crap the whole season.
The whole season. And I can't, and it just doesn't feel authentic. Like all it was like a switch got flipped. The same flip switch that happens when Candiace goes from um, you know, beauty queen to like I'm gonna stab you in your eyeball, lady. That's like she just flipped a switch and went from talking about hot boxes and being totally vulgar and nasty to, oh, you're not gonna let them take your joy. Don't let them take your peace. Like, who are you, lady? I think she might be bipolar.
Really,
I don't know.
I don't think she really liked Candiace. I think Candiace really rubs a lot of the women the wrong way.
Uh-huh.
It shows up in these types of, because when they could mind their business, they want to chime in.
Yeah.
But
And you're right. Like, but for Candiace and Karen specifically, that also is a fractured relationship after she went to HR about Candiace last year. Candiace also was at the same point Giselle is at. Let's just get on for these cameras, like, and keep it fluffy for the cameras, but I really don't trust you or like you. You know what I mean? Like,
me, because where is this energy for the people who do y'all the worst?
right? That part.
Colorism, because Giselle can do anything.
Anything to anybody, and her green eyes get away with it every time. You know? Yeah. And that's just not, it's fair. It's fair because for some reason she's just charmed like that. Some people are charmed and some people get called out for every little thing. Unfortunately, Candiace gets called out for every little thing. And I agree with her colorism statement when it comes to like this whole Giselle thing. I mean, Mia thing, because Mia did break a dish and throw more and start in with her mom. But
Also, Giselle, every time Wendy says something, Giselle and Robin do this whole aggressive thing. You see how when they were at the
oh
little,
yeah, oh my
the little
gosh.
dinner thing out or whatever, the reasonably shady thing,
Uh-huh.
Robin kept saying, "Why are you being so aggressive? Why are you so loud?" And Wendy was
Yes.
like, "Normal." I'm like,
Oh my goodness. Yeah, they're painting these stereotypes and using trigger or dog whistle words like, and they do only say them towards Candiace. They're not calling, because
and
Mia was definitely aggressive going up to her mom. That's an aggressive move, going up to somebody's mom and then cracking a dish in their face. That was aggressive. So, okay, let's move on. Let's see. So, let's see. DT is cracking me up. I usually love Auntie Karen, but yeah, she wasn't that great some of these episodes. Yeah, like let's just get to the wedding, Karen. Let's just get to the freaking wedding. That's all you're trying to get us to. And okay. Oh, and you're the ambassador. Show some decorum. Okay, so then we have G's tongue, and then what was the next part?
I know they were in the room. Robin and Giselle arrived.
Yeah, the bandits arrived for the threesome. And why I said that was because Ashley specifically said she was waiting for them to come so they could be a throuple of mess, a throuple of hot mess. What Black Lavender, a throuple of hot mess, as Black Lavender would say. Was that Black Lavender that told us that? Messy, messy, messy. Or one who cares. Yes, somebody was messy. There it is. Yeah, one who cares had said that they're just messy, but they're all messy. So the bandits arrive. They're like, really, is this our room? And I said that earlier. Wendy's doing tit for tat because she has extra to play with these days, messing with happiness. So she got tits to spare, so she can go tit for tat on that house situation. Oh, you didn't give me a room. You gave me a room in a whole other house with heating and bathrooms. I'm going to give you the attic with no bathrooms and your broken foot.
Yeah. Well, she didn't really give them those rooms. That's just what was left. They should have came on time or not came though.
Well, and they wasn't going to come, and then they got called to work. So they were not going to come. You could tell the look on Robin's face was really like, she almost had a medical day off. She must have told the producers there's no freaking way. And then they just only went to support each other, you know?
Yeah, that was amazing. But they could have really not went. It was enough happening without them there, to be honest.
Really, yeah.
And
Really there was.
once again, I just wish Ashley would have not came on the trip. Because Ashley, both times around, has been the one to bring the problems. I like the drama. I get we need drama, but I also would like to just see a good time.
Yeah. Because Ashley would have been breastfeeding, but
Is your
at the back of the bus on the way to dinner, I loved that scene.
Yes,
Back of the bus with Giselle, Karen, and Ashley on the back seat, learning about tea bags and the proper location and kind of laughing. And it reminded me of like season 1, 2, when everything was kind of okay. And it was like a real girlfriend moment of why I started watching reality TV. Like for a split second, I wanted to be on the bus with the ladies going to dinner.
That's
You know what I mean?
That's why I'm like, it just seemed like it was such good vibes. Nobody could ruin it. Nothing ruined it. Even that terrible argument, it seemed like everything kind of came together. And I was like, damn, here come Ashley. But okay.
Yeah. Because even Candiace ended up seeing next to Mia and nothing happened. So that shows that they could have carried on. They could have. But then, of course, DT says, yeah, Pennywise placenta eater was just absolutely useless this trip. She should be watching her wife, Michaela Nasafurutu Quasimodo Darby, taking care of the boys. I concur, T. I completely agree. Because she and that picture, that creeped me out as much as G's tongue. Go home. To home with you, Ashley. To home.
My thing, how do you have so much confidence in speaking up on everybody else's drama and your husband is out here sexually assaulting people? And I was irritated by Chris trying to shut Candiace up. This was what really bothered me. While they were having their back and forth, Ashley calls her a bitch. Nobody flinches other than Wendy's husband. And as soon as Candiace begins to say that she was a trifling person, then everybody wants to say something to Candiace. And I'm just like, the colorism be so bold and loud. If you miss it, you just don't care. Hello? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Sorry. No, got a declining page. Let's get them off here. Hey, I'm live right now. I gotta call you back. You want to be live with me? No, she doesn't know what show I'm talking about. Let's see what else. DT says also larger curves. This avatar is the new one. Yeah, I saw that. That's hilarious. I'm gonna have to turn my camera on and just show you these freaking really fast again. You know, DT is coming through with some very hilarious graphics. Let me see, which one did you say? Is that this one?
So what did you think about Chris trying to shut Candiace up?
I think that when Chris was trying to shut Candiace up, he can't control her either. And it was, I don't really like it. I didn't really like it because I don't think she needed shutting up. I think it was, again, for some reason, when is somebody going to support Candiace and tell somebody to shut the fuck up while you're talking to Candiace that way? I mean, did you even notice how that whole argument started? It was so roundabout. She was just fishing for mess. She was fishing for aggression. She was aggressively, Ashley Darby, five-head Darby, was aggressively fishing for mess. She sat there. If you even look at her body language, the way she was sitting back in the seat, she was sitting back. She was like, okay, who can I fuck with? That's really the look that was on her face. And then she landed on Chris out here. Then she landed on Chris and was like, so Chris, how were you? you were in the other room, can I ask you something? When you were in the other room, were you thinking, how can I calm your wife down or whatever? And like to engage another person's husband when you haven't answered questions about the sexual assaults that your husband has done in an accountable, forthright way, which you say is your problem with another woman called Candiace. She says that's why she don't like Candiace, is because she's not accountable. She doesn't own it or whatever. But order in the court. Order in the court. Her husband is the one who needs to own something.
They're going to have to, buckle up and do what they got to do. I have to be honest with you. It makes absolutely no sense for all of those women to let those women get away with all the crap they do. So at this point, I'm just really interested in seeing what's going to happen. I really feel like Wendy, Ascala, and Candiace can really give it to those girls. And maybe we'll get to see it. I don't know.
Wendy, Ascala, and Candiace can, but they would even have to come together in a way that they are willing to do right now. Ascala seems to be...
She's a rider.
Really. She's at least logic. She's not sides because of personality, it doesn't feel like. She seems more like, I see this situation, this is how I feel, this is what I'm going to share, and maybe we can do this. Like how she suggested to Mia, can we not talk about your bag the whole time? Like, we don't have to hear that the whole time. Like, we want to get to know you beyond this. You know what I mean? Like, that was authentic.
Did you notice how G confirmed that they did meet in the strip club? First he said she was the waitress, didn't he say she was dancing later? Yeah,
he said, and then you perform for me. Didn't he say that?
Oh, he performed for him. She performed for him. Oh, okay.
Okay, look, I'm going to be honest. I'm usually not Team Candiace, but we all know the actions that Michaelia Nosferatu Quasimodo Darby has done previously. So Candiace did have a right to get mad at Pennywise.
Yeah, all the stuff you got going on, girl, why are you so comfortable talking about other people's mess? It's just almost like, I don't even want to say it, her and Darby or something else, them Darbys.
Yeah.
And my thing was, she started it. And why is it that every time somebody starts something with Candiace gets in trouble for finishing it? She not only
colorism. That's the colorism. Oh, prosperity, thick girls in the house. No way. I was hoping you would see it. I didn't put it on the IG, but I was totally hoping that prosperity, thick girl would get to see this somehow. And
hello.
Yeah, that's right. Prosperity, thick girls in the house, How is the East Coast of it? Is it raining out there? Is it raining? DT even says that prosperity, thick girl is here. So excited, right, DT? Like, this is a lovely, lovely day. Lovely, lovely day. I love you guys. I love you. Thank you for stopping by Larger Curves tonight. I hope you're smashing buttons or telling friends to smash buttons. We're manifesting things over here. And part of the manifestation is 1,000 subs. Thank you very much. So if you can help me get to that, that would be fantabulous. Prosperity, thick girl, 40. Tottie Vision is in the house with us this evening, and we are speaking on none other than Real Housewives of Potomac. Did you watch it? What do you think about it? We're all over the place. We kind of had a syllabus or whatever you want to call it, an outline, a scenario, a summary, whatever. So what were your thoughts for last night's or for the other night's episode of, do you have any prosperity, thick girl? Let's see. Excited to be here. Yes, and we're excited you stopped by. So I was thinking that, let me see. The dinner. Oh, we already talked about how when the Ocephos match, we all agreed that it's cute. And then I went a step further and I was like, where are we going? Six Flags Magic Mountain or something that we're matching like this? Like, what's good, right? but we all agree that it's so cute and would do it. Askala's husband, he seems cool. Did you guys notice that Chris was kind of drinking? I know that Miss Dorothy said something about him day drinking. And I know that when I catch their lives personally, they are, sipping sometimes. But he had the shots at the GOV shot bar that made G pass out. And then when they went to dinner, he had a drink in his hand again.
Everybody did.
See, I thought so. But I've never seen him really I don't know. Maybe that's why he walked away at dinner later, because maybe he was just been drinking too much over the whole day.
I keep saying everybody was drunk. That's why everybody was acting out of character. I feel like that's the cause of everything.
Was Candiace even drinking? Is Candiace a drinker?
Everybody went in and started taking shots. Everybody was drinking.
Awesome. Okay, so we already talked about how when Giselle sat in the back of the bus with because sometimes you got to sit back of the bus style to get ahead, folks. It's just part of it. Sometimes you got to sit back of the bus style to get ahead. Think about it. So Karen, Giselle, and Ashley sat in the back of the bus, and it was a very nice Kiki moment. And they were discussing how to teabag properly, and the familiar talking of teabagging demos happened. Robin seems really miserable when she's on that time of the month, because she was so quiet that a man, Chris, was like, "Hey, Robin, are you okay?" Because she was just sitting there and Chris was just trying to be nice. Poor thing, Chris. Chris, when are you gonna learn? Stop talking to these people. Go find a man to talk to. Only talk to the men, Chris. Because what did Robin say when Chris said, "How you doing tonight, Robin?" She said, "I'm on my period." I'm like, oh my God. That's a little TMI for a party bus, Robin. And it's honest and true. And that's what happens when you ask women's things, when you get the honest truth. So, but really, she could have just been like, yeah, or whatever. But she's just couldn't wait to tell people she was on her flow. So that was funny. So then they get to the dinner, and now it's obvious under the bright light of the restaurant, they are all lit, right? And even Giselle is like, they've been drinking. And somebody says, "What's the theme of the evening again? What's the theme of the evening again?" And G says, GOV. And they were like, "No, it's not GOV." And they were like, "What's GOV?" And somebody said, "Good old vagina." And they were like, "No, it's supposed to be good vibes only." And then
Mia said that.
G said LD. And they were like, "What's LD?" And he said long ick, long dick. He said, yeah. He said GOV, and then there's LD, and Candiace said LDTBH. Does anybody know what that means? LD.
That was cute when they did.
Oh, your phone is gonna die. Prosperity Thick Girl, thanks for stopping by.
All right.
Thank you for stopping by. We love you.
Same. I noticed they did the little fist pump. That was kind of cute. And that's when I was like, you know what? There's hope for everybody to make up.
Yeah.
The husband staying out of it, and
right.
Sit by each other. And then the fist pump between Candiace and G. I was like, okay.
Yeah, definitely. And then plus, how Chris was even saying in that very, kind of best man drunk moment at the thing, when he was saying about right when Ashley asked him, "What were you going to do?" He's like, "I just hope that me and Michael can get to a place like how me and G are."
She just didn't care. She just,
Yeah. And he was being very how so cool and zen in that moment. And of course, Ashley's 5 head had to go pry further because that was too positive. So of course, then she had to screw the question. So she had just asked him a straight question, and he answered it with this positive answer. So then she said, "But then what about this?" And this was, well, what about when your wife called my husband a slave driver? Like, that wasn't the initial question, Ashley's five head. But because he gave a positive answer, and your need to be messy, mess, hot mess is one who cares would put it, and your need to be the messiest of the mess, you had to like try to find something that he would bite on and that would engage a conversation of negativity with you. And unfortunately, you found it, because then it turned into, well, your husband is a slave driver. And then she said, so you calling me a slave? And Candiace, she is a mean drunk, huh? She is a mean drunk, huh? Because she started again. She
Well,
went in on Ashley.
like I keep saying, you cannot start stuff with people and tell them how to finish it. Ashley didn't have no reason to be coming up in there messing with her at this point in time. Everybody's having a good time. Shut up.
Right? Just shut up. Read the room. But that's not Ashley's style. Ashley doesn't like a quiet room unless it's quiet because you're not talking about Michael, Hans, Troll, Nosferatu, Quasimodo, Darby. What's his name? Michaela, Nosferatu, Quasimodo, Darby. Yeah, because Chris, he was basically saying that he was encouraging peace with Candiace. Unfortunately, Candiace is not in the mood for peace when it comes to Ashley, who has shown her colors more than once and proven herself that there's in no way ever going to be any safety for Candiace over there. That's not going to happen. She's always on the attack for those heels, Candiace. And she's always going to say something and get you stirred because Candiace is easily stirred. That's her fault. That's her weakness. Her superpower is her talking, and her weakness is that she bites.
Are we frozen?
Oh, here it is. So I don't agree with slave driver comments. Um, in general. Like, I mean, that's a time, I don't feel like it's best forgotten because it hasn't really fully been addressed. But I feel like, as far as like digs towards another melanated human, it's kind of too soon. It's like just too soon sometimes. And especially if it's, I don't know. I just don't. I think like it in her argument, it comes out funny even, or like ooh, a burn. But I don't agree with using it in that regard. There's a lot of other things. The concubine thing, the kept woman, uh, baby mama, baby machine. I don't know what are some other things she could have said that could have implied this whole he's just impregnating you black lady thing, other than slave driver. Because
But
Ashley, I'm not sure that Ashley's even working like that. I'm not, what's her equivalent of a cotton field or a rice field or a spice field, or a, what's her slave equivalent
what
other than
Candace said,
answering to.
Candace referred to Michael Darby as her overseer.
Hmm.
So, I mean, that's a bit of a difference. An
Yeah,
overseer has a multiple of meanings, whereas slave driver is something else. But
right.
so she didn't even remember the diss, which is what was funny to me. You didn't even remember what you said.
Oh.
In my
And
opinion,
but that also proves that it was just words and anger in a moment. It wasn't something that her heart felt, or else it would have been total recall.
it's stemming from Michael Darby being in control of the assets and the finances, and then her having to ask for help to help her mom financially from him. You know what I mean? And him being able to make those decisions. I think that's what it's stemming from.
Oh, yeah, yeah. We had talked about that before. How, um, of all the moms to be able to talk about, the one who never gets mentioned was in that situation.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm like, you don't bring your mom on the show and then act like somebody's a villain for even bringing them up, because I'm just waiting to see how this is gonna play out with Mia. Mia is so confusing to me with her mom on TV like that.
Isn't it? Because why are you crying about, she tells you every day that she's thinking about drugs. But then if a lady who you went to her mom saying some off-colored stuff said that your mom is a low budget is gonna make her relapse.
And you don't know his mom's history. Look at her hair, because that hair was drug.
Ooh, yeah.
And but yeah, that doesn't make sense. I think everybody is pretty much in agreement that Mia shouldn't have brought her mom on the show to embarrass her like that. And if she's so close to slipping back into drugs, why is she babysitting the kids?
Hello? That is something the judge will be asked, I'm sure, if anything was to happen. Well, Your Honor, if you just look at episode 14, season 6, you know, you're right. That is very accurate. So she is very confusing. She's a businesswoman. She knows it all. She's looking out for other women's interests. But then she puts a recovering addict in the position of who's I don't know what word to call the fragileness of somebody in that space.
She
But
knew.
I don't know that national television is exactly the place to recover.
I think she knew that she needed to tell her story to come on the show, and she needed to, have different versions of it, and that's why she brought her mom on the show, because who would wait until they're so grown and then they're on TV to fix that relationship? Nobody.
Except for that you're on TV and somebody gonna tell, so you run tell it first. So now all your skeletons are pre out of the closet. So anything that it comes up later that may or may not be true about anything that has to do with either of you can be, you know, questioned or proved. Maybe. I don't know. I also watch CSI kind of shows where I'm like, oh, maybe she's pre-setting up like how Erica Girardi was over on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills talking about, oh yeah, he's been having brain stuff for years, getting it all in our minds ahead of time, before we even found out that he was coming up on charges. Anyway, never mind. I totally digress, you guys. Let's get back on it because we've been all over the whole place. We've touched on all the topics. Chris did that. The slave driver did that. If I turn this over, yep, that was that. And then we had Ashley's 5 head, the lies that Candiace, oh, that part, at dinner, the lies that Ashley said when she said, Candiace, you had your finger in Mia's face. And after what you went through last year, you of all people should know. And you did and totally lying on the situation. Because if you go back to the kitchen episode in episode 13, which you would have been talking about, was when the whole kitchen argument first started, because it completed in this episode 14, tossing salads and teabagging and whatnot. So in episode 13, Candiace even says to Mia, don't put your hand in my face. I've been there already. Don't do it to me. Do it back to Wendy, because she had already done it to Wendy because her long ET fingers be getting in people's personal space and she doesn't even care. That's rude.
That's what I really like the most. I feel like, it's not that Candace is perfect. I feel like everybody does wrong, but then when they start doing so much extra to try to paint, you as a worse person, I don't like that. Just tell the truth. If that person's truth is not bad enough for them to look bad, then they just can't look bad. But the lies and stuff, I don't like that.
Oh, look, DT says, wait, sorry, had to run some errands. But were we talking about how the unbuttered biscuit housewife recap all the benefits of off the backs of Atlanta and Potomac? Hello, the unbuttered biscuit housewives. Hello. Yes. You mean Salt Lake City and all the others?
Oh,
Yes. How they come on right after and in between, and they be moving the melanin all around to accommodate these other things within these slots. And then they put us back to the regular time, messes with the viewership for our ladies, but the other ladies get to ride high on the hog that the bacon and grease from our ladies provided. Yes, I feel you, DT. hmm Mm.
so I also noticed that Giselle, while Candiace was talking to Ashley and she was about to tell Ashley she didn't want to talk to her about the Monique situation because she involved herself last year,
hmm
cut her off. First of all, she don't need your help, but Giselle cut her off and she's like, you can't blame her for that. Candiace wasn't trying to blame her for that. But then once Candiace is gone from the table, Giselle is again like, I wasn't going to let her blame you for that. And I'm like, y'all didn't
That's
even
a
let,
false narrative.
yeah, you
That is
didn't let her
totally a false narrative.
false narrative. They are so manipulative. And I hate
Yeah.
that many people just overlook it. I really hate that.
And it's already happening.
And when you say something to them about it, they act like it wasn't intentional. But they are manipulative in the same way that Karens are manipulative.
Yes. And Delight, I mean, and just said it with a straight face and to the point where Mia was like, yeah, and started saying stuff back to Candace again. And that was already squashed. Like you and I said, they were like sitting on the same side of the table. And I would liked also how Candace was able to, like you said, fist bump G, and he said something about he found you in the curb. Come on, and she said, "Watch out now." She said, "We were good. Don't start back up." He
Yeah,
found you in the curb. He found you in the curb. And then G said, "No, she picked me up out of the curb or something." He said, "They're a cute couple, I guess."
I didn't like that though. Candace, I didn't. I'm like, okay, don't let Ashley stir this shit up between you and me again. She let her do it.
Yeah. I still feel like Mia and
Ashley did
Monique.
that on purpose.
I don't know why I felt from the beginning that Mia and Monique might know each other for some reason. I don't know if it's true or not. I have no inside information. If anybody sees this now or in the future, leave a comment down below.
I
Um,
will.
do
I
you,
will
do
say,
you think that? I don't know why. It's just how she came in so and all I don't know, she's just doing a lot of triggering types of things towards Candice that I feel as a viewer, I'm triggered for Candice by these types of behaviors. And I don't know. I don't know. Am I being weird?
Candice, so I never understood why she came out of nowhere coming for her. I don't get that. So it would make sense. I know it's been proven that they know each other now,
Mhm.
but I don't know if she knew her coming on the show.
Oh, oh. Well, I don't know what much of a difference it would make, except for it kind of feels like with all of this referencing to last season as far as Candace's behavior, and I've been seeing on blogs and vlogs and
Oh,
things that people want to cancel Candice, and her music's not going to do well, and she and all, why didn't she learn her lesson, and she's doing the same. So that whole narrative that you're talking about is already being accepted
yeah.
among the masses to the point where it's being spoken about a lot in the blogs.
And
And I
see,
feel like it's unfortunate because Candice was literally a victim last year, and then when the victim reacted to a situation, she was she was ridiculed in her emotion over being victimized. And now this season, it's straight to you didn't learn your lesson, and everybody not teaching her, but treating her like they're trying to teach her that you need to learn this lesson, like testing to see if she learned it or not, their version of a lesson for her.
I do feel like it's funny to see Giselle and Robin flip flop because last year you had absolutely no wiggle room for um,
Monique.
anyone putting their hands on anyone, regardless of what
Right.
happened. And I know they wouldn't have had that wiggle room if um, Wendy had decided to just go ahead and slap Giselle. Or if any, you know what I'm saying? So to me, I do feel like it's being targeted towards the darker skinned people, just like they targeted Monique.
Yay!
But at the same time, I will say that it is kind of odd. And I asked myself,
Thanks for coming back, Prosperity Thick Girl. Go ahead, Tottie.
hey,
Go ahead.
um,
What were you saying?
yeah, it is kind of,
Deciphering the message.
they double backed on that situation. I don't know what that's about.
Yeah, it feels. Why are you going back? So, especially everybody just wanted to move forward after the whole binder, after the whole Monique toxicity. So they let them tell it. And so for them to be using it now against who they supported last season is very telling. But I think people said it last year. They were told, I swear I heard people say last year that the people that were going to need to watch it I thought it was going to be Karen and Ashley were going to have put themselves on an island by supporting Monique so thoroughly last year. But I was mind blown to see that the Green Eyed Bandits have scooped up hanging with Ashley again, and that Karen is with Wendy and Candiace is ass out.
I don't think she's ass out. I think her and Wendy are definitely cool. Wendy has not interfered negatively,
Uh-huh.
but I do think it was a little bit of tit for tat. I think that Wendy was just like trying to pinch her real quick by, you know what I'm saying, with the room situation. And then by saying, well, I know what it's like to have two people gang up on me at the same time. I think she was saying, like, yeah, when they was coming in on me, like, you didn't have me hold my back, but I mean, have my back. So,
Yeah.
but I feel like they're cool. And I really feel like Ascala is cool with them too.
I really like Escala.
I feel like it's a little bit of a gray area because right now Candiace is actually cool with Robin and Giselle. Robin and Giselle are just messy with everybody, especially Giselle. She's messy with everybody. They don't care if Michael Darby has some drama come out. They finna play with that and still be nice to Ashley. So, but I think Candiace is actually in a good place. I think she's beefing with Ashley and she's beefing with Mia. But as far as Giselle and Robin, they're just gonna do what they do.
Yeah, I think that here, I'm dropping the chat the thing. Prosperity Thick Girl. Yeah, there it is, Prosperity Thick Girl. I had to get it for you. Candiace deserves that for putting them in the cottage. Yeah, that was the whole tit for tat thing we were saying. They are going hard on Candiace. They are. Anybody that wants to stop by, go ahead and wait. I dropped the link? Is it there? Can you see it? I put it in the right place, right? So yeah, I feel like they're coming for Candiace kind of by bringing up. So far, we have Mia now is even starting to say something about, oh, something happened last year. You didn't learn from last year. Prosperity Thick Girl's in the house. I'm gonna bring her up right here. Yes.
Hey, my new favorite people.
Hello, Prosperity Thick Girl 40. How are you this evening?
Every morning we wake up is the blessing, and everything after that is a bonus.
Ooh-wee, B&B. Blessings
How
and
y'all
blessings.
doing? How y'all feeling?
Good.
Oh, we're doing good tonight. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm glad you stopped by. We're talking about Real Housewives of Potomac. What
I
were
was
your
trying to remember what day you did it last week. I was like, I hope I don't miss her.
I do them, I don't know. I kind of just do them whenever I do. I
But
don't
I
have
hit my bell, so I better have got that notification on
Yeah,
YouTube
you
before we
hit
got
the
some problems.
bell? No way. OMG. you. That is so sweet.
And
No,
I subscribe to you too, Tati.
Thank you. Oh my God.
You're welcome.
I know,
Oh, I
right?
love my black people, especially my black sisters.
Okay.
Oh, I appreciate that.
And I
Oh my God. I
and I
appreciate
promised myself a couple of years ago that every day I would do something to dispel the myth that black women can't get along,
Mm.
Oh,
big or
that's
little.
powerful.
Okay.
That is powerful.
Yeah, we got to.
Positive
We
ripple,
all we got.
right? That is a very positive ripple in the universe. One drop is all it takes.
Exactly.
That's all it takes is one drop of kindness, one
At
drop of
least I can say I did my part.
right. That's all we can try to do individually is our parts, and that's what it really matters. What people do individually, and
Yeah.
so that's why for all four of these women to be ganging up on Candiace is too much because it matters what they do individually. So the power of four,
That's what makes me so mad at Candiace as well.
yeah,
These women are not your friend.
exactly.
Last season, they started off wanting you out. It just so happened that Monique gave them a way to get her out first. Because remember, at the beginning of the season, Giselle was the one telling Monique everything Candiace would say. Remember?
Yes,
So it started off like they were trying to get her off last season, but it just ended up in their favor that the fight happened. And it was like, okay, now we can roll with it. So let us make her think we on her side
uh-huh,
until we'll get her next time.
right. So
That's how I see it.
and now they circled back, and I feel like Candiace is traumatized, honestly. And I feel like she's at work and she doesn't know if these ladies are going to pop off on her or if they're going to feel entitled to put their hands on them and nothing will happen to them. And but she's the only thing she can do is yip 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 yip, and say what she considers reads and say what she says, but everybody knows she's only barking.
And nobody's, but you can't say that when you throwing salad at people. I don't care if it was 2 leaves, 3 leaves, 4 leaves. Don't
She
be
should
violent.
she should
You
not
should
have done
remember. You
that.
should remember
Yeah, she should not have
that
done that for
yeah,
emphasis or otherwise. And that was enough for Mia to throw how much she threw because that was disrespectful. That was just straight disrespectful. And
exactly.
Candiace should not have done it. And you would hope, even as a viewer, with regards to the whole hope she learned her lesson, as a viewer, I would just pray that you would be cautious since it's obvious you can get your ass whooped at work and nothing will happen.
Exactly. And you can be ganged up on at work. Everybody
Yeah,
can be going against you at work also.
yeah, so I would
And you
just pray
just
that
giving them a reason.
are kind of just cautious when it comes to how far they're willing to go for fame or whatever they're going for. Like, what do you even think is these ladies' point?
I want to be clear. Like, they don't need no reason. And they show that time and time again. You don't got to do nothing to them. They going to do
At all.
So I feel like she's the cause of it. I don't, because again, she always retaliating. Is her retaliation a little too much sometimes? Yeah. But at the
But
same
she gives them the things to be able to use against her. That's what I'm saying.
it ain't but everybody got stuff to use against them. Giselle got a baby daddy that's been in the news before.
We know that, but they're going after her. That's what I'm saying. They're already going after her. Everybody know they're not going to do anything to Giselle. They're not going to do anything with Robin. She don't even earn a paycheck, and she's still there. So we already know that
They come after
about
everybody.
them.
That's what I'm saying. They come after everybody. It don't matter what you do. It don't matter what they know about you. They gonna come for you. That's what they do on the show. So, she ain't doing nothing to. It ain't nothing she could do to stop them from doing it.
Right. And they all want that
She can
paper.
give them the same smoke, though.
She actually does a really good job at it.
I like how she comes back.
I don't see that.
She
I mean,
reads.
I like that she says something.
She reads in
back. I
her
don't know
confessional.
what she says, and I give her that she says it in anger, but I like that she at least says something back.
Now,
I'm talking about with Giselle and Robin. She does not go hard at Giselle and Robin like she goes at anyone else.
the Giselle and Robin have been her friend for the past season and a half.
Monique was her friend too.
No, see this, but
And
see,
they still going, they going against her just like everybody say Monique went against her. They're doing the same thing. Then she don't give them the same things.
you're gonna have to go back and watch that season because I reviewed the whole season and I went back and watched the season before. If you go back and watch the last season and the season before, Monique and Candiace's issue was that Candiace was going too hard on Giselle and Robin, and Monique said we're supposed to be better than them and not stoop to their level. That's why they fell out. That's the whole thing, the whole scene where Monique said, I will drag you pregnant and all. That was all over Candiace going off on Robin and Giselle. That's why Robin and Giselle didn't like Candiace starting the last season.
No,
but
that was for
you. I love you.
You said what?
That was for Karen when she was going at Karen that hard. That wasn't because she was going at Giselle and Robin. That's because that happened after her and Karen got into it when she told her to tell your husband don't drop the soap.
You mean at the hoedown?
Yeah. No, and not at the bar. I'm talking about when they were at that picnic at Katie's place.
Right.
Is that when you're talking about?
I'm at the barn. That's the same place. The barn.
No, the barn is where
when they were at Kate. I thought you were talking about the season before this. You said season before this and the one before that. That's what you were talking about when they were at the Katie's farm.
Right. So that's what I thought was the hoedown. I thought the Katie's farm.
That's the first time she said, "Are you going to drag me?"
Right.
But no, that was two different seasons.
No, that's
Lager.
But they, that season right there. Karen and Monique was going off and mad at Candiace because of Candiace's mouth towards Robin and Giselle. Oh.
Is she
but
maybe it was her phone because remember she said her phone was tripping. So hopefully she'll get it back. I left the link up. But I do remember. So I think what I call the hoedown is the scene that happened years ago. Yep, she's back, you guys. Was a scene that happened years ago when Monique was outside pregnant at the barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
I call that the hoedown. Mm-hmm. Now, when Monique got her wig snatched, that was at the barn. So I do realize it was two separate, hay-centered events. But I do remember that Monique said, "I will drag you pregnant and all." And what I'm hearing Tottie Vision say right now is that the reason Monique said to Candiace at that event, "I will drag you pregnant and all," had to do with Candiace going in on Giselle and Robin that season.
That's what it was.
Monique.
But that particular incident happened after her and Karen got into it. She wasn't doing anything with Robin and them that season. I mean, at that moment.
That's what her and Karen were into it about. Karen stepped up to Candiace to tell her the same thing about leave Giselle and Robin alone. Don't stoop to their level just because they do that. Candiace, same old. I'm not going to let them just say anything. So that's what Candiace and Karen were going back and forth about. And then Monique came and got in it and said, and, jumped on Karen's defense. Stop doing it. Stop, telling her to stop being childish, blah, 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 blah. And that's when the whole "I will drag you pregnant" it all happened. They make up at the reunion and they have that conversation of, I just don't even understand why she would do all that over them. And they've been so mean to her. They done disrespected her in her house and everything. So when you say that didn't have that mouth for them, she had it, but for some reason, Karen and Monique told her to shut up, and now they done made up.
Wow, I totally missed that.
I never got that.
You don't need both.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back and watch it this week and see, because I remember the hoedown. I remember after the hoedown, and I remember Monique being pregnant before, but I don't remember Candiace ever really going in on Giselle and Robin. I'm definitely going to check.
Me either.
Yeah. So then
So that could be, sorry. So that could be why Monique felt so turned on and betrayed by Giselle and
that's
Robin.
and last season when we reviewed the show, I kept saying them girls were so mean to Monique, and Candiace really had her back. And
Mhm.
I did not understand why she wanted to kiss their ass so much to where she turned on Candiace for them. I never understood it. And then what really made me turn my twist my eyebrow was, why did you tell her to leave them alone, but you brought Sherman's ex on the show? So you really did kind of want to be messy. What?
Yeah,
And why do you want to be sneaky messy instead of
that is weird.
why everybody so
She,
in their face?
no, maybe she was just trying to have some business talking. Maybe she felt like because it didn't pay off. It didn't pay off.
It didn't. They got like
Yeah,
that.
it did not pay off. So I don't know. Maybe she thought it was going to get her in Giselle's good graces, and she
I
would have.
never understood that either. I was mad at Monique for that fact. I'm
Yeah,
like,
she was like
girl,
running after Giselle. She
She
like
was
saying
after
black female stuff.
told us
yeah,
like,
because they was having lunch. I'm like, what the?
yeah,
What,
like when she let
she just
everybody
talked about your child. Like, what the is going on? And then she was sitting there telling her everything that Candace would say, and she was for, and she actually, I agree, she fell for that bait.
Yeah,
but the thing is, at that point in time, Monique claimed she already knew about them talking about her.
Exactly.
So I'm just like
It made no sense.
so scared. Why you take all that out on Candiace and let Giselle get away with it? And
It
then
made no sense.
it seemed like the whole season she was trying to kiss her butt too. Like, I don't know. That's weird.
yeah. Something. What do you think? Well, what could it be?
I think it was like just that mean girl syndrome type. Just you want to come in, you want to kiss the popular girl ass to get in good with her. And I'm just not with that. I'd rather have my own friends and we will get
Yeah,
up
and
girls.
we could be friends and see friends later or something. But I'm not kissing your butt to like be your friend. Let's see what DT is always coming with humor. My hunch is that Gizmo Notepad is the one pulling the strings for Potomac, like
Mm-hmm.
Candyman Cruz does for Atlanta, for pure reason that they're willing to do anything Bravo tells them to do. Hello.
That they are willing
And
to.
you're just like Ashley. Want
Yes.
to always want to feel important about something. I swear, I think them people told her, "Look, we're gonna need you to do whatever we tell you to do. Get as messy as we tell you to get, because by right, your husband shouldn't be on this show. So if you
Yeah.
want him to keep filming with you,
We got tape.
you
We
gonna need
got
to
the
be
tape,
messy as
Ashley.
we need you to be."
Yep, we got the
'Cause-
tape, Ashley, and you are gonna have to be our mess dog. Like whatever we ask you to,
I
no
don't
matter the
understand
mess.
her.
For me, I just don't care what Ashley go through. I don't care what happened to her. I don't feel bad for her because I feel like the fact that she's so in support of someone who sexually assaults people, ugh, no.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
sexual
Ashley
assault.
like that either. So,
Here.
but my thing is, Candace and Ashley are the same people.
What?
Who?
That's
What?
why they don't like each other.
I don't know about
That's
that.
why they can't get along.
I don't. Ashley
Well,
start
Candice is not married to a
That's
predator
the only difference. But
serial.
and
Well,
she
that's
also
a
ain't married to
huge
a man with
difference.
money. But Ashley is. So they, like I said, they
And
the same side of the one
Ashley
same coin.
literally married her boss,
and her father. He looks just like her dad.
who's old enough to
Ew.
be her
I
dad.
hope her daddy don't look like that.
They look just alike. They look
I've
just
never seen her dad.
and Ashley's dad look just alike.
Yeah,
They
well, that's unfortunate because baby, God forgive me, but that boy looked like he about 15. She should have known better than then you gonna do it again. You gonna procreate again? No, we ain't gonna do that. Ain't
Huh.
that much bag in the damn world.
15. Oh my
I
goodness.
gotta be scared to wake up in the goddamn morning. Why you in my face? Don't you supposed to be doing our taxes or something? Boy, gone. James
That
look
is,
like he do all the taxes.
yeah,
Uh,
it's too much. You know what? Because if Candiace was so much like Ashley. I'm really trying to think. How are they alike?
I don't
They
see it.
both were in beauty pageants. They
That's
both are married to outside of their race.
They both don't
They
know what to say out their mouth.
they both have mommy issues, but one is benefiting from it more than the other. They both have okay, they honestly both have large foreheads. They do.
Yes.
and no, forehead is a different type of forehead.
That's a five head. She got a five head.
It's Megamind. Her forehead, her hairline
And
is,
this is with love. We love her. We love her.
and you know what gets me about
That's
her?
why she always with them wigs
But she
to
don't
pull
even.
her hairline up.
Do y'all remember that last episode of last season? And she had her hair pulled all the way back, and I was like, now she knows she could have used the baby hair or something.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
She
kind
don't
of
have dreams. She has movies.
But I feel like
moment.
Ashley identifies as white mostly. I really do.
I think so too. As a flawed human, though, I do appreciate that Ashley embraces her five head. I appreciate that she embraces what some would consider a flaw and she owns it. I bet next season she'll put glitter on it. Maybe she'll just put like glitter stripes on it or something to spell her son's names out on it, like Amber Rose or something, or
She said
something
she
like
gonna
that.
spell her son's name out on it. I'm
Because
dead.
it's like a beautiful homage to what one could consider her biggest flaw, and she just completely owns it. She's just like, did you see the braid she had on Watch What Happens Live the other day? She had two cornrows, and she didn't make it pull up or anything. Yep, they started behind her ears, and she had cornrows, and she just owned it. And her cornrows looked great, and she looked great, and that's her five head. That's it. So I love her for that. No, you're gonna come back, Tottie. I know you are. So well, wait.
But
Let's
I
see what.
don't like her for being because that didn't even have to go as far as it did at that table. She irritates my soul too.
Yeah,
Like, girl,
you
shut
mean
up and eat your food. Eat your food. Why you can't eat your
yeah.
food?
If
What
she
business is it yours? Which that man said to his wife how he
why
if
is
he
she
got his
so
what
free
difference
to
does
talk
that
to
make?
him? I would have been.
What he do ain't gonna make you shit.
I would have been like, bitch, why are you talking to my husband? That's where I would
Yeah,
have started.
I didn't feel
That's where I
bad
would
for
have
her.
started. He wouldn't even got to wholly talk to the bitch because I would have been like, bitch, why are you talking to my husband? Like,
Yeah,
what are you doing over here? You know what I mean? Nothing good is going to come from this already, right?
Giselle,
Oh,
Robin, and
absolutely.
Ashley are Karens.
But Chris did it to himself, you guys. Chris did it to himself because he was sweeping up the salad in the kitchen and
He
he
should have
said,
just left her
Ashley,
alone.
I know that we don't always get along, but I wanted to congratulate you on baby number two. And in that moment also, Ashley,
I didn't unfollow you. I see your pictures. Like, dude,
yeah,
just like Candiace wait for somebody to give her something. Ashley does it 2 times as hard, and she gonna use it against you eventually. And it don't take her long to do
not at all. So, and that was, to me,
it.
that's kind of indicative of certain people's behavior where they can like literally smile in your face and be plotting your demise. Like some people don't exist like that, so they don't necessarily even see it coming.
It's
When, whereas there are other people that's what their game is. Like they wake up that day and they're like, let's go do this. So
I'm
Ashley
telling you.
is that type of predator also in that regard where she's looking for somebody to manipulate, to be over, she was like, oh, he's being nice to me. Okay, okay. And then at dinner, she's like a cobra, like caught him slipping in a nice moment. And she even how she delivered it, like we said, she started all
I get
nice
that.
and then all venom. Let's see. DT said that also that Christina Bassett's only difference is that he does not own the restaurants he claims he owns. But at least Christina stands up for Candiace. Hello. Michaela Nosferatu Darby, on the other hand, only stands up for Ashley if it's on the way to one of the various producers of color's asses to grab.
Listen, that's what I'm
Allegedly.
actually sitting there, just bringing attention to herself. Your man ain't even there with you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And she seemed real relaxed. I wonder what medication she's on. You think that's Zoloft, Xanax,
He didn't even.
Prozac? What is that? What is she on that she is so calm?
Placenta. She's on placenta.
She's opposite. Oh my God, President.
She's on placenta.
She did say that stuff had her feeling great, huh? She's opposite.
And I agree with what I was so mad they made me agree with them about she didn't learn nothing last season.
I
But
know.
guess what? She didn't learn it because you motherfuckers sat there and coddled her and made her feel like she was right. Like she didn't have nothing to do with nothing that happened that night. Like, stop it. So, but now that y'all got Monique off, like I said in the beginning, now y'all circling back the wagons to Candiace. Your target from the beginning.
Yeah.
My thing is,
It's like Tottie said, she was giving them, and I guess they ain't never forgot when she was dragging them, and they still mad. Like she was still mad about the low budget comment.
my thing is, either you believe in something or you don't. So I just find it
Exactly. Make it make sense.
they didn't support it because they wanted Monique gone. Really, they wanted to villainize.
Right.
Now all of a sudden Monique gone, and you want to use it in another way to villainize Candiace.
Right.
And that's why I say they were trying to get her first. The other opportunity presented itself. So now they're going back to their original plan.
Because last season they were sitting at the reunion talking about some, well, Candiace got a mouth on her, but everybody know that.
Right. And then did you
talking
watch
about
the
how
after
they were
show
just
yet?
words. It's just words.
What
That's
happened?
what they were saying last year.
And the after show, she said, Giselle said it again, talking about something, because sometimes, talking about Candiace's mouth, and because sometimes everybody's not going like you couldn't get popped, basically. But this last year, you were saying no matter what somebody say, they still shouldn't put their hands on you. But now you're doing too much, and that will lead to somebody popping you. Make up your mind.
But see, the thing is, if that's the case, Giselle needs to be popped. Giselle would have been got popped.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's it last season. That's how Monique should have had that smoke for Giselle. And Candiace could have even had smoke for Giselle. But nobody had smoke for Giselle. Monique had smoke for Candiace. She's fired. And now everybody is on Candiace.
No, she's not fired. She left. She's not fired. She left.
She left.
Yeah.
That's what she didn't need that leadership. So she left.
They kind of tried to, what she was mad at was that they were firing her character, so to speak, by making her appear like her husband was angry and she didn't get to.
Exactly. You don't come for people's family.
But here's the thing. He did act like that towards a woman on camera. Everything was recorded on camera, so people formed opinions based off of it. That's different. It wasn't nothing made up and told about you. People watched what happened on camera, and it was weird.
But he did. But the way Giselle tried to make it seem, it was that man did nothing to the. Why you need a bodyguard?
Okay. Here we go.
You are doing theatrics. You know that man wasn't coming all the way on that side of the damn room. If anything, you would have needed a bodyguard for Monique before you needed a bodyguard for Chris.
Here is the perfect example of how husbands should support their wives on TV. Chris Bassett gets his wife, takes her to the deals with his wife.
With your wife. Don't sit up there and come at somebody else's wife.
Unfortunately, Chris Samuels made actions towards a woman.
That's why all those
directly without Monique. And that's why he came off looking like that. Had
When you talk about people, kids, and things, people get to a point, and at least he was man enough to apologize. He ain't let it go the
he
next
didn't.
day. He
But
ain't let it
he
keep
didn't.
going.
It wasn't Giselle though. He didn't. He did that to Robin.
No, he apologized.
He didn't apologize to Giselle, did he?
No, I
He
said
apologized to both of them.
he went off on Robin though.
When he got ready to get up at the reunion, that was towards Robin?
That was towards Giselle. That was towards Giselle.
I could have sworn Robin said, "I'm so glad Juan Dixon."
Yeah, but he wasn't talking to her. She just inserted herself. She had no reason to say that. She just wanted to take up for Giselle.
She do always do that. She always insert herself in Giselle business.
Yeah, he was talking to Giselle.
And if she didn't do that, then she wouldn't even be in so much of the stuff she in. But she
Exactly.
stayed Giselle stuff. She do that.
Well,
I don't know, but I figured it was the best thing for her to do for her mental health to get off the show because it was too much going on. But I really did hope that her and Candiace were gonna get in a better place, but she didn't feel remorseful for it. And
that was kind of weird to me. Like, how can you just not feel bad about that? Like, not even a little bit. Like, I mean, not even after everything and seeing the outcome and seeing what you gave up and seeing like all of it. Like, not sorry for any of it, really.
I just would have said job just to not seem like I was, about that life. I just would have said sorry.
Right.
At the very least.
I don't know. It just was weird to me especially after coming from a meeting and talking to a preacher and then still never be able to say, I'm sorry. Like, it's just.
Who
y'all talking about?
The preacher kept it real with her. He was like, that didn't have nothing to do with that girl. He said, you've been submerging yourself into this situation and it's bothering you and you bothered by this and that. It didn't have nothing to do with that girl. And she walked away.
She said that. She even said that.
She did say that, but she also pressed charges and made it seem like that she felt like she was in harm.
Right.
No, what was she supposed to do? I'm not gonna sit here and just let you sue me. I'm gonna go after you the same way that's what you do when somebody sues you. You find what you need to find on them so you don't have to. What she supposed to do? Just sit there, went to jail, or
for yourself in court, but she wouldn't have to fight for herself in court if she would have just been grown and admitted it in the first place. Instead of acting like you wasn't wrong in front of this group of women, you should have admitted, I really shouldn't have put my hands on you. We too grown for that.
Right.
Candiace also shouldn't have ran her mouth, so she shouldn't have pressed charges. You can't start something and then tell somebody how to finish it, and then once they finish it, you want to go and call the police. No, it don't work like that. Not with all that mouth you got.
Okay, so let's
you did the hand thing just like she did. Y'all was flipping each other hand, but that was a two-way thing. That girl wasn't attacked. That was a fight.
No, that wasn't a fight.
That was a fight.
That wasn't a fight. I agree.
That was a fight. Candiace was walking up to her. Candiace had her hand up too. That was a fight. Ain't nobody just come out, run out from down the street and just jump on that girl. It was a whole argument that ensued. It was a whole back and forth. It was the flipping of the hair. They both flipped each other's hair.
What were
they both engaged in that.
What were they arguing over?
They were talking about I don't know. All I remember is you're gonna drag me. You're gonna drag me. You're gonna drag me. That's all I remember.
That's the whole point, and that's what I try to remind people. They didn't have no beef. There was nothing to be going back and forth over, other than the fact that Monique knew that they had that conversation.
No, remember that it started because Candiace said, "Yeah, you gonna pretend you sleep or something to that effect." No. That's when they started arguing.
That's not.
Yes.
They started arguing.
They came in the season arguing.
They spent the season, yeah.
But no, I'm talking about that night. We can't put everything that happened in the beginning of the season and say that's the only reason that happened. No, it happened that night. It got that far because they both were engaging with each other.
No, it didn't.
No.
Yeah.
It did. That's not what
happened.
You can't
fight by yourself. You can't fuss by yourself.
But Candiace never touched her. Candiace never
Candiace,
touched.
yes, she did. She flipped her hair too.
Wait a minute.
No, she didn't. She
Yes,
didn't.
she did.
She did argue by herself. Monique did argue by herself. I'm gonna tell you what happened. Throughout the whole season, Candiace kept trying to figure out what was wrong with Monique. She apologized 3-4 times.
I got all that. I remember all that. I know all
Every
that.
time they cross paths, she apologizing, and she don't even know what she apologizing for. She has no idea that she's upset over the rumors. You know what I'm saying? So then, after she's constantly apologizing, and after apologizing, Monique is steady being mean. Even that time, that last incident where they were out at that house on that trip with Monique. Giselle sits there and tells Monique to get out of her own house. Monique takes it out on Candiace.
Yep, at the fire pit. Chased her. Tried to chase her.
And you take it out on Candiace. Okay, so at that point, Candiace says no more. She says, I'm not going to the potty, nothing. And then they show up and they at this place together. So this time, when Monique starts the argument, Candiace actually partakes in it. But I just want to say that previous to this, Candiace shut up every time.
Yeah, she did, but it still don't negate the fact that night they both engaged in that fight.
You can't pick at somebody.
That's not a fight. It's not a fight.
They can't even say anything.
That was a fight. They both were fussing. They both were flipping each other's hair, and that was a fight. That was no attack. That was a daggone fight. Y'all ain't gonna make me see no different. If you go back and watch that scene, they are both engaged with each other.
They are totally, I agree. Okay, here's what I'll say. I agree. They were engaged in an argument, in a war.
Exactly. And they both put their hands on each other at the also.
I'll even say they were engaged.
Both flipped. If y'all don't go back and look at that scene, Candiace flipped her jacket just like she flipped her hair.
No.
Yes, Candiace did.
The girl did it first, but the girl did it first. The girl who removed herself.
Okay, but still, like I'm saying, they still both engaged and they still both put their hands on each other. Monique did not just pop that girl out of the blue, and Giselle was the reason that the girl got popped because Giselle pushed her, and she thought Candiace pushed her. Well, if you go back and watch it, it has been debunked, it has been showed, it has been slowed down.
What it comes down
so that you can see every
emotion. What you're really willing to fight over and what you're willing to fight for. Because the truth is, the average Black woman could not afford to be that reckless like that. We would have been in jail. So, I mean, it just depends on what you are willing to fight over. And I'm not willing to fight over nothing. That they literally
no grown woman would be willing to fight, but it went there and it's still not one-sided. I'm not saying Monique was right, but I'm still not going to say Kit Sanders was sitting right there innocent and ain't play no part in it. Yes, she did.
No, here's my...
Yeah, she did.
Only thing I'm saying is you can't keep somebody's apologizing to you, you holding everything in. They don't know what you're upset about, and what you're upset about ain't even on her, it's on Giselle. You know what I'm saying? She's apologizing and she don't even know what she's apologizing for. And you steady picking. At one point, that person's gonna get tired of it. So after picking on somebody so much, you can't then act like they such a bad person for now engaging in an argument with you. That's too much. It's just too much, because at the end of the day, if there wasn't nothing to fight over, then why ever put your hands on her in any way? It don't make, what do you fight?
Because they both put their hands on each other. They both were flipping each other's head. Why do y'all keep negating the fact that Candiace also put her hands on somebody also?
Because it's hands on the other person first. You initiate the fight, you initiate the physical contact, because if it was me,
and you also walked from right back there and you moved all the way up into that girl's space so that she got close enough to touch you.
They were all at the same
Candiace is not innocent at all.
They were all at the same table. They're at a table.
No, Candiace was backed up. Candiace was further away from the table because she was spinning and talking.
It don't matter, because if we at the same table and we having an argument at the same table.
Yeah, Candiace talks with her hands. So when you walking up and you pointing you doing those are motions that a fight that will include a fight.
I guess, and
you're not gonna walk up on me and I'm just gonna stand there.
Again, that's the difference, because for some people that's just not enough to initiate a fight. I am the type of person to where the hair flip would have triggered me, but just an argument I can handle.
Yeah,
and it was being handled too. Candiace got closer with her hand and Monique kept asking her, "Keep your hand out my face. Keep your hand out my face."
What?
Yeah,
Monique
no.
said that a couple of times. Don't put your hand in my face. Don't put your hand in my face. Don't put your hand in my face. What you gonna do? Drag me? What you gonna do? Drag me? That's how that went.
So this is what I've been noticing, I guess,
Just
that
like she just said, Mia put her hand in her face. She did not like it. She did the same thing with Monique.
but at the same time, Mia didn't get hit. They had a very heated argument and everybody walked away.
That's because Mia didn't hit her.
But in one situation, you have two grown ass women who couldn't stand each other. They argued and they walked away and then went forward to have a dinner together. And in another situation, you had a woman who couldn't handle it, but you shouldn't have been on the show if you couldn't handle an argument. And for any,
like I just said, she was wrong as hell. She should not have fought that girl. But at the same fact still goes that Candiace helped that fight get along. She's not innocent. She did not stand there and not do nothing. Monique did not reach all the way like when she was far back from that table before she walked up in her fingers in her face. You just showed the video where Monique said first, stop, don't put your hands in my face. And she said it a couple of times. You gonna drag me? Do you want me to drag you? And Monique said, do you want me to? She started with the finger and the girl asked her to stop. The same way she asked Mia to stop, and Candiace still put her hand in her face. Mia stopped when she asked. Mia did it one more time, and then she stopped. Candiace kept putting her hand, kept doing, because Candiace talks with her hand, and she kept doing it.
So again,
as she's saying, what you gonna do, drag me? Because she said, what you gonna do, drag me like 3 or 4 times. So, and as she's saying it, she's still pointing her finger.
Okay. Wait.
Are y'all fighting people who don't call the police? What the heck?
I don't fight.
What is going on?
DT is calling with exclusive information. We just got some initial sights of Nene and Brent's new place. Where are these? I'm going to see if I can share the screen. Can you guys still see each other over there?
Mm-hmm.
When I do this? Okay, keep talking.
Who are you talking to?
Monique was wrong as hell. She should have been a grown woman and should have walked away. I ain't never going to not agree with that. I'm never going to not agree with that. I'm too grown not to agree with that. That's child behavior if you say that girl wasn't wrong and she should have just walked away.
I guess I'm just more focused on the fact that all her anger was so misplaced. And so then find out when she gives the explanation, which I was really waiting for, trying to figure out what was going on. And I'm like, well, it just don't make sense, though. What they got to do with Candiace? And even Candiace.
None of it has anything to do with Candiace. The lady flipped out on the wrong person, basically jumped her. Because she didn't even ever have a reason. So, okay, even if Miss Prosperity Thick Girl 40, I love you. And I love that we can agree to disagree. Because even if your reason was her reason, and your reason was one of her reasons, because she didn't have one reason. She had like a plethora of no reasons because she didn't have a reason because she jumped the girl.
Yeah, why is
that? Because she what the girl?
She jumped the girl.
Who jumped somebody?
Monique practically jumped Candiace the way she
How can you jump somebody by yourself?
You can't jump somebody by yourself.
Yeah, I'm confused.
Oh, well, obviously Giselle's hand started it. So I guess Giselle and Monique jumped Candiace technically because it all started because of freaking Candiace. But I mean jump is in as much as she jumped
on her? You meant to say Candiace. Jumped on her.
She jumped on Candiace. Okay. In that regard. Like she literally jumped Candiace.
Yeah, I was confused for it. I'm like, hold up. Me and Tottie had the same thought at that moment. Like, hold on. Can't jump.
Yeah, she ain't getting jumped. But it didn't happen now. But it's just funny how Giselle just skating away with everything, everybody else catching hell, and Giselle just nothing.
Exactly, and that's what I'm tired of. I am tired of her and her lap dog, her guard dog, her bodybuilder security guard with the big shoulders.
Yeah. What would be comeuppance for Giselle? Like for what? So the last season, I don't think she should be persecuted for anything Jamal does. I don't think any woman should get persecuted for somebody's peen.
No.
Nope, that's his whole own problem and whatever. So what is a thing that she could now get, what's the current thing?
Being messy, just being her, but just being Giselle can just get her in it.
Wendy did a perfect job at reading her for filth, and I appreciated every bit of it.
Oh my God, that was the best ever.
That was a 4-degree read if I ever heard one.
It was specific to what her life is really about, and I loved it. And
I was not here for Wendy, but child, that was the best thing I ever seen.
Yes.
She deserved it, and I wish she'd have gave us some more.
Yep. So it's gonna happen.
Now that's how you read them up. Then that's how you read a motherfucker. She ain't go too low. She ain't do nothing. She read her and let her know where she was, where she was coming from, and what she was not going to tolerate from her. That's how a grown woman reads a person, right there.
And I like that she didn't even need a whole lot of swear words, and she got.
She had her for. She deserved them 4 degrees. I see why because she used every last one of them in that argument. She won.
She did.
She should be a lawyer. She did that.
She was so.
I wish is that,
and even Red Robin. So that was even more happy.
Yeah,
that was the church.
And minded her business, but she should have got Ashley too, because Ashley knew what she was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like why didn't she get Ashley?
Ashley threw rocks and hit her hands like always.
But she did she did say something smart to Ashley when she told her or something. I forget what she said to her. But it was something smart. She'd be like, no, it wasn't like that. Yes, it was. Whatever she said it was like that because that's what y'all do.
You're the one with the most problematic marriage, so I'm surprised that you'd be the one.
Always talk about somebody's marriage.
She just be alone.
Didn't got a nerve. Mr. G was goddamn cringeworthy, inappropriate. But guess what? He ain't touched not one ass. he ain't do nothing. Nobody didn't. He ain't good physically contact with anybody.
And he was there with his
wife. Exactly. Michael is always going to be the low man on the totem pole when it comes to getting respect.
And I'm never.
You don't deserve it.
With him, and it seemed like she helped cover it up. So that was really another issue that I had with Monique, because I felt like I wanted to know how she didn't have that camera footage. How the cameras.
That's why, that was part of my disgust with Monique too. I was like, come up off that security footage. Oh, the security footage didn't work and you had 150 strangers at your compound. Really? Okay.
Yeah, I don't understand how her or the damn cameras ain't catching, because y'all have more than one damn camera.
Right.
So why didn't nobody camera catch it? Ain't nobody cell phone catch? Like, goddamn, really? That we supposed to just believe that was a coincidence?
It was in the garage. What was it, in the garage?
No, in the and downstairs in the basement where they
basement. That's what down in the basement. Yeah, ain't nobody lying on Michael Darby, but that was suspicious to me. And then it seemed like she was trying to have Monique's back. She actually said, I wanted to have her back like she had my back when Michael Darby had that situation. And they were like, well, what do you mean had your back? Did she have the footage? And she's like, no. But what do you mean then? How she have your back?
Right. It definitely was because of the footage. We both, in my opinion, they had to have been because of the footage, because Ashley was not present for the actual altercation. So for her to be able to give any type of legal statement that would hold weight in a court that was about an assault when she wasn't present for it was like too much for me. And even to say that, going off of her experience, that she did nothing about in real time. She did nothing about it. Prosperity Thick Girl is back.
If she did actually think that girl was going to hurt her with a knife, I'm sure she wouldn't be on the show with her. I'm sure she would have tried to get a petition going to get her off the show or something like that. So I feel like, of course, she didn't feel like it was a threat. Nobody did, because everybody, if they thought that she was trying to stab somebody, would have got her off the damn show. But what really tripped me out is I'm like, Monique got sons and a husband.
Right.
Didn't get to hide in the whole. I'm not hiding. I don't care how nice you are to me. I don't care who you are. You could be a family member of mine. I'm not helping you hide no sexual assault.
Right. Exactly. Right. I'm not going to be a party to that, especially when there's other footage. So there's not really a question of whether
Do
or
it.
not you did it. It's about location, location, location. You know what I mean? DT agreed with you guys when he said Wendy did gather scissor sisters and fry them in hot oil. Dr. Wendy was not tolerating the scissor sisters talking about Eddie.
And she shouldn't.
That's why they was. That's why they was mad about that damn room. They had twin beds. They couldn't fit in it together.
I thought they were mad about those freaking 8-point ceilings where they had to bend down to get into the bed. That did not look like a comfortable room. Nothing about that house screamed comfortable.
They deserved it. I ain't even mad they got that room.
Early plantation to me. I did not like it.
Didn't they
You
say
want to
that?
put people in the cottage, do you? But that's what happens when you sell the hostess. You're not going on the trip. Then when you decide to go on the trip, you don't even call the hostess and let her know you're coming. Maybe the hostess would have waited to give people rooms if you, because she wasn't on. Wendy wasn't on no bullcrap that day. You know what I'm saying? It was playful stuff, like making Candiace laugh. I got all that. But you can't sit there and then think that you're gonna get the best because your name is Giselle. No, you get what's left.
Yeah.
That's your fault. And if you had some money, you would go and get a damn hotel.
Even though she was, disabled with her freaking foot in a cast, have to make her go. She could have at least made sure that somebody coming with that kind of accommodation.
She didn't know she was coming. That's the thing. She said she wasn't coming. Then she did not let Wendy know that she was coming. They just popped
that's all
up.
her bad then. That's all. Yeah. You can't. Yeah.
That's why Wendy said, nice to see y'all that y'all came, because she knew nothing about it.
Oh.
But they thought because their name was Giselle and Robin,
Ashley. So
that they would be accommodated the way they wanted to. But they friends with Ashley, go use her bathroom.
There was only 2 bathrooms in the whole house. You know that, right?
And Robin, you ain't washing your ass anyway, so stop acting. You don't need a bathroom, girl. Please. All you need is a sink. Your whole bath taking ass.
Bathrooms. There were only 2 bathrooms in the whole big gigantic plantation house.
No, it wasn't.
That's what they said.
Which one? You talking about the one they at now or the one they was at before?
The one that they're at now. This house that.
No, everybody had a bathroom in their bedroom.
Except
that one just didn't have a bathroom in the bedroom.
Except for Giselle and them.
Yeah, and then Wendy said there are 2 downstairs.
Oh,
yeah, 2 downstairs. Yeah, everybody had a bathroom. So if you and Ashley so buddy chum, go use her bathroom, or ask your good friend to give you her room. If it's that serious, she love you that much. If your friend will want to accommodate your foot, I know my friend would. So give her your room.
I'm glad they would
sit down and eat your food.
It looks like they're going to get a hotel, and I'm glad.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna get no hotel. I think they just sitting there. Robin is on my nerves. Girl, nobody want to know you on your period. That's you do too much. Nobody needed to know that. Woman doesn't even want to know that.
That was like a lot of TMI.
Yeah, and then you say it again at the dinner table. Why are you in front of mixed company? People you don't know. Men, people's husbands, talking about your period. Don't nobody want to hear that.
Why did she do that, you guys?
I don't know. But all I do know is if I was on mine, I would want a room too.
I would have stayed home.
I don't want to go to nobody else's room on my period. So I get
right.
And her, I definitely don't feel like sharing a bathroom with your ass. I'm like, leave me alone.
But nobody knew that you were in your period, and nobody knew you were coming. So that was both of their faults. That's what you get. Now go flip that money and go get a room.
What happened? That they both decided to show up. Interesting.
Yeah, they both decided to show up because we all know no show, no check.
Oh, are they all on a
You get paid by episodes. If you miss an episode, that's going to be minus out of your check.
Oh, I thought, don't some of them get paid by season?
No, they get paid by episode. Remember, Nene had, that was Nene thing. Remember when she missed those couple of episodes, she did not get paid for those. That's what
Oh,
took her remember she was the highest. That's what took her down also because she didn't get paid for the whole season. They get paid per show.
hmm. I thought she used to always say she got paid regardless.
No, that was the whole thing with the her last season.
I love Nene. Rest in peace, Greg. But
Oh, I love me some Greg.
like prosperity thick girl. What else do you think about Karen in this episode? How have you been feeling about Karen playing peacemaker this season? I mean, because we are
I love the
4
granddaughter, so I don't
episodes
get she ain't did nothing wrong with them. What? Because she told Candiace you don't know the story. She ain't did nothing else. What? She went and told the men that she was married for 25 years. G licked his tongue at her and she was like, I'm gonna tell my husband. I don't know what Karen did.
Oh yeah.
She
What do you?
really
How do you?
haven't done. She haven't done nothing. I think we talked earlier. I felt like she kept on to interfere with what Candiace and them had going on. I think she should just let them do what they did. But she really ain't. She ain't did nothing.
Yeah. How do you like a scholar?
I'm still the jury's still out for me.
I thought her and her husband made a nice couple.
I like them.
Her husband big as hell.
If they're
Yeah, he's like a big
A Scott didn't know a scholar was that little though until I saw her with her husband.
right.
big,
Even G said he's like, you's a big motherfucker.
G is something else. G, I kind of feel like I'd have a good time, but then at the same time, I'd feel like all that hump in the air, I might feel a little uncomfortable. But then if we drink
Exactly.
it, I might be okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Child, I was looking through my fingers like it was a scary movie because I didn't want to know what he was gonna do next. I was embarrassed for me.
it was something weird about him being so grown, and doing all of that. But again, they were drunk. Everybody was drunk. Everybody was drunk.
Yeah,
But
they have,
if your husband don't know his limit, you should know his limit. No, you're not gonna do that. Not on national TV. You're not gonna embarrass me. No, we're not gonna do that.
Same
did
here.
you guys think
And then y'all on the after show, y'all. Oh my God. Mia took me under with this bullshit.
I'm gonna have to
This
watch.
heifer sat up there and said, was talking about the way Chris talked to Candiace. She said, and that man told her to shut the fuck up. Ain't no manager, husbander gonna ever talk to me like I said, "What the fuck you
that's how they met you.
I don't have to tell you to shut the fuck up that often. So when did he not talk to you like that?
People are
Girl,
delusional.
you and this amnesia, you and this selective amnesia is on my nerves. I'm talking about, she said it with conviction, y'all. She was like, yeah, because girl, that would have been a whole nother thing. Girl, we didn't see that other thing, and he told you exactly that.
That was hard.
Been licking his tongue out at other women. But did they already record the reunion?
Yep. They did it the other night.
I'm thinking these shows are coming out, but they've already recorded the reunion before they aired, and they might not know everything that's been shown.
No. What they do is they said they showed them the last couple of episodes before the reunion. They had to watch the last couple of episodes before the reunion because I was saying the same thing. I'm like, she needs to see because I need her to gather Giselle and Robin. I need her to have already seen everything they have said and I need that. I need that to be addressed at this goddamn reunion.
You want who to gather them, Nikki?
No, I want Candiace to gather their ass because they are doing way too much in their little confessionals. They doing too much on the after show. They talk about. I'm talking about. They are talking about this girl every damn chance they get, even in the after show.
Yeah, they really are. Did you guys notice how Mia and G's little moments were interesting as G? Like when she like gave him the kiss and then she's like, "Oh, my lipstick. I'm sure you're tired of me showing you all this PDA." And he's like,
She's
"What'd
playing
you
it up.
say?" And then he said, "What'd you say?" And she said, "PDA, public displays of affection, you know." And
She's
then,
playing it up, just like
yeah,
she's playing her life up.
yeah, she's very like, you can, and then at the dinner table, also, she, yeah,
Hey, you gotta
she does
say,
a couple of
that's
things.
a nice little come up.
That is.
It is. I'm not mad at her.
You know what I'm saying? Then he paid her $10,000. Whether I
Yeah.
don't care if it was for something extra or if it was just talking.
But I also wanted to say about that. It's possible that he paid her for her time because I had a man paying my bills for almost 4 years, and he never saw it, never smelt it, never touched it.
I was gonna say I used to work at a hotel. A guy came in one day, gave me his credit card, told me to order a pizza. We exchanged numbers, and he was all the way in California. He let me use his card to pay my bills, to order clothes offline, all kinds
Yeah,
of stuff together. So it is possible. It is.
and we've never done anything. We never even kissed
Yeah.
because I don't kiss anyway.
And Ashley tried to make it seem like, she did, Ashley tried to make it seem like something, whatever,
She a whole concubine.
whatever, concu.
Shannon.
Yeah. Did you
Said,
know
Don't
that
sit
he's
down.
worth a freaking 100 million? Gordon Thornton is worth, net worth is around 100 million. And
Exactly.
yeah.
And she's mad because she has to sleep. She has to sleep with a man that she's not attracted to in the least. And you're not gonna tell me she's attracted to that man.
don't seem.
She had to have kids with that man in order to secure her bag,
Here's
to
I
get
have.
her mama from under that bridge.
Oh yeah, right.
That's the thing because if you so well off, why you ain't got out of there? So
Michael Darby is worth 20 million as of 2021, they said. As
we
of
I don't care how much you worth. My mama, you gonna be me, and my mama gonna be straight.
yeah, that's
I'm
true.
straight. My mama straight. We a package deal like me and my kids.
The is that Mia and G's place doesn't look expensive at all. It doesn't look like he's worth 100 million.
You don't act like it.
Do they apartment and stuff? Do they look? They just don't even look like. Maybe it don't look like what I'm thinking it's supposed to look like, but it don't look like.
who?
G and Mia's lifestyle don't look like he make $100 million. Like he's
Yeah.
worth.
Maybe
And she
he's
just
worth
said she's 450 million. I mean, for 450,000. So with the other millions, she ain't even gave 1 million. She ain't even say what added up to 1 million yet.
Yeah, what's up? What's up? Something's not adding. But who knows? I'm not all in pockets like that. I think it's fabulous if she does have all these rich, fabulous friends that she feels secure. Did you notice how many times she did run to her phone as soon as they attacked her? She'd be like, "Oh, I'm going to call my rich, wonderful friends." So she has defense mechanisms on the ready.
Shit.
Like,
Is a broke girl that got to come up, and she's not used to it. People that were born with money don't act that way. People
That's
that made their own money don't act that way.
you can tell
It's
it's
not.
very.
It's no couth in that. Yeah. That's not elegant. That's not. You know what I'm saying. That's not upper echelon. That's some ghetto shit that you got finally got something and you don't know what to do.
But
right.
she don't seem happy. Don't none of them really seem happy. I have a scholar
Wendy seems happy most days.
does seem happy. She looks. But Wendy has a value. I think there's some type of value to having a job that you love and something you work so hard for. So yeah, Wendy looks pretty happy. Karen looks pretty happy. Mia don't look.
Happy that man that lost his whole damn family for her. She better act like she happy.
Who, Wendy?
Yeah, she better be happy.
That's got to be real love when somebody cut off their family. I had a homegirl do the same thing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So you better love me back, goddamn it. I better make you smile.
Better love me. You're gonna love me. Yeah.
And that's why she went so hard at Giselle. Again, because
Love
look,
me.
this man has sacrificed a lot for me and my kids. What you
Love
won't do is play with him.
me. Okay, never mind. Sorry, you guys. But that's how you be feeling about love, though. You just do. Yeah. So I think that overall, we agree that Candiace had a right to be upset at Mia's initial whole thing. They kind of worked it out. They had subsided. We agree that Ashley,
Yes.
five heads, stirred it up again. We agree that G's tongue was too much. We agree that
I think it's kind of funny that he has a younger woman, but he was eyeing Karen.
oh, did you pick up
Right.
that? Did you catch that? He was looking at wife number 6. When as soon as they get there, he gonna be like, "Oh, I don't know. Oh yeah, she mine."
Mia is his fifth wife.
I thought that's what they said. Did somebody say that? Let me ask the. How
I
many
ain't heard that part, but
more
damn.
been married?
No wonder she gets secured then. She know that her time can be up at any moment.
She needs to.
That's number 6.
I bet he got a padlock on his money too.
Huh?
I bet you he got a padlock on that money too. She can't even just smuggle a little bit out. That's why she.
Exactly.
Ew.
She probably get a salary.
Right.
She told him she run the business. She probably on the payroll just like the other employees.
But they've been together 8 years? They got kids, so.
Oh yeah, she gonna get her Ashley out of that.
See, at first I thought Ashley was trying to. I don't want to talk about Ashley. I don't know what she doing. Cause are you in love?
She trying to secure that bag. That girl ain't in love with that man.
Because
That's why she always talk about that extracurricular activities with other people, how wild they are. Child, she know that man out there. She told that man, you can go do whatever the hell you want to do. Just don't get caught. Just don't have me on TV again looking stupid. That's what that conversation was.
Waiting for him to cheat again because I would have probably left and got them little child support and all of that after he cheated the second, third time.
Right. Ain't no way I'm gonna give you a whole nother child. That you won't be rewarded that way.
So I'm like, what is she do? What is it? And she might love him. He do look like her daddy. She might got some daddy issues.
They don't even act like they in love with her. If she might love him, but he damn sure don't love her because he don't even want her. He wants something else.
And yeah, remember he was like white girls.
Name is Juan. He want Juan.
Yes, he want Juan.
Yes,
he want Juan.
Yeah.
And he don't want that damn girl.
Right. He don't want
and
Robin.
She ain't mad.
He killed me throwing shade at Robin and Juan. He gets so happy when he talks about how he's gonna get married.
No, remember at the damn engagement party, that man was almost in tears, knowing that he was about to propose to that. Oh, he didn't say. He told me that wasn't how. He didn't say anything to me about. Who are you?
I felt like that's why he acted out like that at that party.
It was.
It was hard.
He was hurt.
Mm-hmm.
He was crushed. That man had to go get drunk. That's how hurt he was. He was mad as he looked at Giselle like you're a fucking lie. That's not what's about to happen tonight. No, that's not about to go down. But not why I'm here. He was the other man. Like what the hell? He already said he wanted to suck the man thing, so it's not too far fetched.
At this point, I'm willing to believe whatever.
He only been married twice.
Because they are having private goddamn bachelor parties in Vegas with no cameras. Who the hell says that? What straight man gonna let another man say that to him? But child, not no nigga I know.
He already said something about, stuff him off and all that. He had a problem. If Juan had a problem with it, he wouldn't socialize with him no more. So
thank you.
And
he always say Michael is his man. Yeah, man, Michael, we real cool. Juan, like you know what I'm saying? You can hear he try to say it on the friendship level, but he lets it be known he like Michael.
He does like Michael a lot. Like they got a real bromance going on.
Robin.
Okay,
Yeah,
I said Michael was the one that put that down, helped them get that new house.
I thought about it. I really thought about that. I thought about that a lot about the financial benefits of Juan and Michael.
Well, do you
Exactly.
see that happening, Ashley not knowing and not saying anything?
No, Ashley knows but she ain't gonna say nothing. That's her money. She's not gonna mess up her money for Robin. She may like Robin on
Rob,
the show, but she ain't gonna mess up her pocket.
yeah, she's not gonna say nothing against Michael. She ain't gonna burn you and burn herself at the same time.
Now, which she might write a book after if they get divorced, but right now, because I know I would write one that'd be a bestseller. Shh, all his escapades. She
Right.
can milk that. She can be the battered wife, child. She can milk that. He used to talk down to me. He even called me an N-word a couple of times. Yo, she can play that if she really wanted to.
She won't.
Cross me if you want to. Everybody already think that about you. Try it.
Right. Right.
Mm-mm.
I
So
don't.
how did y'all feel
I
about
think
Chris?
in her own way, she loves him a lot, and she loves like I think she thinks her family is perfect. I think she thinks there's nothing to be worried about. I think
No,
she
she want us
wants
to
to
think she
leave
thinks that.
so bad
She don't think that.
that she can trust him and that it's all going to work out. I bet she would have another baby. I bet she'll get pregnant again in the next year.
But it's still not for love. It's for that bag that she's going to get at the end. Ashley, that is not no love. Ashley wants us to believe that she loves that man and they are a big old happy family. It's no way that man can be doing the things that he does and you know he does it. And no,
Unless she,
Yeah.
I know.
I mean, I feel like she got to be some kind of a pervert. Regard the money ain't that big to where you go. I don't know.
They always talk about how they not having sex. That's why he
That's
went
what's
out the
weird
last couple of
too.
times. And then to keep having babies, then she still she in postpartum and all that, and they never talk about when they do have sex. When do they?
It's so
They
I'm
don't
surprised.
even
I don't even know how she
go
got
for
pregnant.
his sex drive is interesting. Him and G's. They are opposite of what people say.
Uh-huh.
Interesting. But when you ask us what we thought about Chris, Chris what?
Oh, how did y'all feel about him and Candiace at the restaurant?
Um, I didn't like. I felt like he should have let her finish talking, or it was too much. When she said she don't want to get up, she just don't want to get up.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm saying,
Yeah, it doesn't mean stand up over her in public and treat her like your child. That's not what it means just because you had too many drinks, Chris.
yeah,
Yeah,
Christopher
telling her
back
to get the fuck up, and
I
that
was
was
glad
a whole.
enough to go walk away too though.
it was too much. But like I said, I feel like everybody was so stupid because everybody was drunk.
All day,
Mm.
yeah.
But I didn't like
But
that.
that's not the. Remember the last time he sat on her. It's not the first time that he had manhandled her like that. Remember when they was in the house? He picked her up and all. He sat on her lap because he didn't want her to. Don't sit on me. What the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah. He is kind of weird like that, speaking of it, huh?
Yeah.
So
Then he lifted the quilt, picked her up, and moved and took her from the table. And yeah, he was. Yeah, he always get real aggressive. Like no,
I
don't do
wonder if
that.
that's part of their love language. You think she thinks that means he loves her ass?
I mean, I didn't feel like it was abusive or anything like that.
Yeah, I wasn't getting abuse.
It's just, I mean, well, I didn't really want to call it aggressive either, to be honest. I don't know. I don't think it was anything violent or anything, but I didn't like it either. It was irritating.
Yeah, her being so smart, I didn't like the. I don't pull on me. Don't do all that.
Yeah. I think he should have let them hash it out because Ashley had it coming. She had it coming. You know,
Yeah,
whatever
and
was about to happen, she was about to get because
that's.
she brought you into this. Like, if anything, let me defend you. You sit down,
Right.
baby. I got you. This is now officially women's business because this bitch has
Exactly.
been talking to you for 2 minutes too fucking long. Let me handle her. Please, you sit down. Oh, you can't? Yes, go walk
And that's
away.
why Candiace was mad.
Cleaning her up.
And that's
You
why
know,
she got
And
that mad.
he tried so hard to diffuse the situation. He was so respectful. And
yeah,
it was just
Hmm.
another example of how they pick. But
right.
I also noticed, and I said this earlier, Ashley called Candiace a bitch, and Wendy's husband was the only one who was taken aback by it.
Who reacted? Yeah, he was like,
Nobody else really said anything, and nobody said anything at all except for him. And then as soon as she starts to go off on Ashley,
Ashley.
everyone jumps in.
Everybody's like, oh my God, don't
Hold
attack.
on, not everybody. It was just the two green eyed banshees, because everybody else's face was just like, "What is going on? I'm not feeling this. I'm uncomfortable." People, they were turning their heads. Giselle and Robin were the only two down there trying to make an event out of it.
Yeah.
Nobody else got into a husband and wife's business, but they liked that.
All of them, yeah, they just really give us a bad name. Giving us
Karen did stay exceptionally quiet that entire time, huh?
who? Me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless they edited it, whatever she did say out. Karen, we didn't hear from Karen or Scala that
Karen,
entire
Karen
exchange.
be making facial expressions. Karen be so
Right.
excited,
I
but
like Scala's expressions. She comes with them. She comes through with the expressions.
Karen do too, cause she always got a face on her. She always when something go down, she can give you a face.
She has
And it be all saying, you know what she's thinking just by looking at her.
That's hilarious. You know what, ladies? Okay, so we have been live for 2 hours and 20 minutes here on Larger Curves tonight, reviewing Real Housewives of Potomac, tossed salads and tea bags for tea and whatnot.
So
Toddy,
hold on, one thing. Did y'all? I did like the fact that Giselle and Karen was getting along in that sprinter, because I'm tired of them two going back and forth. I
was
was happy to see that. I was like, thank you. That was one of the best moments of the show for me, because I did not need them two going at it after all that had happened. And then after all that happened after that, I
yeah.
was so happy. I was glad we didn't have to endure that.
Mhm.
I like that a lot. I like that. Do you think that the Green Eyed Bandits not being together helped that happen also, maybe?
Yep.
Huh. Interesting.
She didn't have her chihuahua to
Eh,
make a bigger deal out of anything.
Yeah.
Because
Because
Robin can make
very
something,
classy.
littlest thing, bigger than what it is, because she always have to interject herself. So if
Uh,
they would have sat there and Giselle nicely explained what teabag was, laughed about it and everything. But if
yeah.
Robin was right there, Karen, you know you done did. You know what I'm saying? She would have had to
Yeah.
add something to it to make it go left.
Yeah, that was a really, me and Toddy were saying that earlier, how we really appreciated that moment of just like, well, for me personally, like why I used to want to watch reality TV. Like that made me want to kick it with them. Like I want to be on your party bus. Like
Yeah.
that was like a
Mhm.
fun conversation. You know what I mean?
I'm missing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because even G and Candiace had a moment on the party bus.
I
Yeah.
said
They even fist pumped.
I felt you could see that it was going in a direction to where everyone would probably be able to just have a
Yep.
plate. But then
And
Ashley,
Ashley had to ruin it. But
Oh,
Candiace did say on the after show, her, her, Chris, she said her and Chris are like night owls like me. They stayed after everybody go to bed, they had stayed down, and Ashley was still there and Karen was still there. And she said her and Ashley did have a little kumbaya little moment at that time.
you guys keep
But we
talking.
know it went right back to the shit
I gotta mute
with
me for a
Ashley
second,
next
okay?
day.
Toddy, you hear me, Toddy?
Huh?
I said I gotta mute me for a second, okay?
okay.
You guys keep talking.
Yeah, well that's interesting. I didn't know that happened. So well that's good, I guess. We'll see. But I noticed, did you see that clip of them after the reunion? Did you see that?
Now I haven't seen where's that, because I haven't seen.
What is it? Is it Real House? Some Instagram page I follow, and it's just a clip, a video that they took on their personal phones. One is Ashley, one is Wendy's, and all the ladies go out to eat after filming the reunion. And it looked like everybody was just getting along, and they were talking about how good they did, how epic the reunion was gonna be. So I don't know. It looked like Candiace and Ashley was getting along.
Yeah, she did say they had a little moment, but after that, the way she was like, it was like a butt. Probably later on, they went right back to Ashley and did say something or something, or one of them said something, and then they went back.
I wouldn't be surprised.
They'll leave a little pause at the end. But I was just happy to hear they got along for, I don't care if it was 2 seconds, because we are too grown to keep displaying that every time Black women get together, we don't do nothing but argue. I'm so tired of that part of reality TV. It's too much, because we are not like that in real life.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I understand the arguments, but I really was interested in just seeing a good time too.
Yeah, we haven't had none of those since in a couple of seasons.
Yeah,
it's nice with the mess and to give us something to talk about, but we can also laugh and talk about the good things, the good moments they have. Also, who don't want to talk about stuff like that? Nobody want to keep talking about, because it's making all of us, you know what I'm saying, making all of us Black. When they don't put us just one by one, they lump us all together. And I don't care about the white people being in the restaurant, because that don't bother me. They do it too. But for us as a people, let's look good for us. You know what I'm saying? Let's look good for the next generations that's coming after us. That's my whole thing.
Something that thanks for holding it down, ladies, here on LRGA Curves. Well, I had to mute it for a second, but that used to be part of the excellence that is Real Housewives of Potomac. Like, they used to pride themselves kind of on being like slightly less ratchet. Like, they were more so about their like
their brand
and their brand and their, like
family,
all of that, than they were about the views for
what brand?
Yeah.
You know, they had brands and that don't never go nowhere. You know, Giselle had her little Target stuff.
When they came on, they all totally felt like they had.
No, Robin never had nothing. Robin never had nothing. I don't know nothing Robin never had.
Robin was a
Giselle
wife.
did have something.
She was a wife. Charisse was the wife of the coach, and she had her whole boom, boom, boom thing, and she had that nice place. And Giselle was coming. We didn't know all the stuff about Jamal that we know now, so all we knew of her was that she was like this first lady. And then we have, of course, the fabulous Karen. We got introduced to some nice ladies that didn't argue and always gave us like a full circle, like
moment at the end.
At the end. Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, they could get into it and then show us how to get over it and work through it, and okay, let's grow through next season too, And it wasn't
also,
go ahead.
Sorry. No, I was about to say it also started when they started trying to compete with ROA numbers.
Yeah, that did it too.
Real Housewives of Atlanta always has a good balance, because they'll have all that drama, but then you were able to cut to a scene where it's like Portia and Phaedra having a good time.
Yeah, freaking frack, classic freaking frack.
And they all supported each other. They would have events, and everybody would be there. It would be a moment there.
Yeah.
Well, I think the difference is, though, they have scenes with the girls in separate groups having a good time. Real Housewives of Potomac, they don't never be having a good time. They just, even when they like separate groups, they just don't do nothing fun. It's like, let's get together and talk shit about somebody. They don't know how to have fun.
It's always mess.
Then
they bring it back to the collective.
We're gonna need a scene with Candiace, Wendy, and Escala. Going out on the outing and having a good time. That's the we'll need, because I feel like we get to see when Robin and Giselle, but the other girls are going to need to start filming scenes, doing whatever without them girls.
They had one of those this season. Remember when they were working out? But it was Robin there instead of Candiace. It was Escala, Wendy. Remember when Mia sent that text saying that you can make an appointment with somebody because she was doing that. I'm so booked and busy. Remember when they invited her out and they told her not to bring Candiace? And Robin, Escala, and Wendy were walking because they had just got finished working out, and they called Giselle on the phone.
I wonder why they don't show us those scenes. You're right. They did show And there was another edited scene from like never before scenes of people that we usually wouldn't see get together. So I wonder why they don't show us those scenes. Maybe they don't feel organic to the producers, or maybe it's not.
And without Robin and Giselle, I want to see the fun girls get together. The girls who we know can get together without any drama. Just every now and then, give us a scene without some drama, and let us. I want to, I would like to see them have a good time on the party bus, have a good time at dinner, and then maybe tomorrow argue.
Instead
Yeah,
of OD or DO, you have drama overload.
yeah, because they too old to be doing anything else.
That part. If you gotta take Jared Tall Silver, then you're too old for this nonsense.
That might be true, and I kind of
And
feel
Giselle over.
to be, huh?
Go ahead, Tasha.
I was saying I love Karen, but I kind of feel like if Karen is gonna try to play a motherly role, you might not want to be on the show, girl, because you can't do that. And then at the same time, you got
Be in the mess.
Giselle over
You
here
can't be
calling,
girlfriend mother.
then you got Giselle over here calling you geriatric every blue moon and
Like she that much. I was just about to say that.
you
Like
know,
she that much older than her. Girl, y'all close. Get over it. That's what kills me when she said that she talking about rape thing don't work. Like who talks about somebody's husbands like that? Like no, Giselle, your neck is older than Karen. What are you talking about? Girl, stop.
Look, Karen, you're not my lover. You're not my friend. You are something that you never comprehend. Like she just switches it up over and over. It's like, what do you want to? She can't be their mother and their friend. You're right about that. She has to like pick a role and come from. You can't, Karen. The grand dame, the mother, the sister, the biz. It's like a lot going on.
Because that picture of Karen body put Giselle to shame. That picture she said her daughter took.
They're in competition like that. And I know that I think Giselle keeps it tight, tight, tight and right for because we know that Giselle works out usually like that's been her thing, like was
No,
working out.
but I'm saying because she's always trying to go at Karen. But girl, have you seen Karen?
yeah, because she is
Boo, Karen.
for
What
her,
is
but you coming for her age, but she be killing you fashionably. You know what I'm saying? Her body does look very
Yes.
her stylist is on Giselle's arse.
Giselle.
She's happy. She's married. She has businesses.
Yeah.
Everything you don't, and she has a house that match.
Yeah, she
Got a
has a
hotel.
lot. She has a lot, but I don't know if that's her biggest competition. Like, I don't. You think that that is Giselle's biggest competition is Karen?
Yeah.
I mean, just like in real life, IRL.
Giselle is only friends with the girls who ain't got no men's.
Yeah.
Okay?
Or no.
Or who are got real toxic situations. Let me say that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like if she felt like Karen's life was not as perfect, she might actually like
She
her.
wouldn't keep talking about it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And she wouldn't keep talking bad about it, trying to find bad things about it.
Hmm.
Yes, but maybe one day before the show ends, we'll get to see somebody her again. And I hope Wendy don't never let her foot up. I hope Candiace joined Wendy in an alliance and they take them down through there. I want to see it. I ain't gonna lie.
That would be
I want somebody to come in and just knock them out. It's just like they need one more person, just a strong, because Scarlett's quiet. Mia just want to talk about her money, and she don't know whose side she want to be. She flip flop every time she come on the damn screen.
It's so weird.
well, unless one of these ladies has a dragon egg in their purse, I can't see this stuff getting much more interesting because they all need to bring it next season. That's all I can say. I
If
hope
they can, like Tati said, have a good time, it can be something else they can do. Have a good time.
Yeah, I hope that they bring it. I hope they really just bring their magic dragons and come next season and show us fun and lifestyle and less drama and cattiness and all that stuff. We can save all that for later, for over there. Because I don't act like that with my real friends. I don't hang out with
Me
bitches
either.
that I'm
Me and Tati was just saying that when you stepped away. That's
I
not what women do.
I do not. So for there to be a whole show about older ladies who, like, one could aspire to be like, who spend their time arguing around 14 episodes worth of arguing around hoes. Like,
Me
I'm
and
like,
Tati
come
just
on
said that.
now.
See, I got a cousin like Giselle and Ashley. That's what triggered me the most. That's just so manipulative. But yeah, in real life, I wouldn't even be around them. They got to be getting paid good.
Uh-huh.
I
Couldn't
don't
be me.
know. It's not
I
worth
don't
my
I don't have those type of people around
it's
me.
not worth my peace. Yeah, I don't even attract that type of energy. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not with that.
Like
And
you just said, I'll
I
even keep a family member away if you want to play those games. I don't have time for it.
Yeah,
No. Life's
I
too
don't let.
short. Especially not in 2021 with a whole pandemic going on. Who the hell
right.
got time to be playing them kind of games and not living your life to the fullest? No,
Hello. I'm glad
not
that you
doing
feel like even Giselle's whatever it is that she has going on with her maniacal thing that she has going on, that she seemed to like have it chiseled away herself by that interaction on the back seat. So maybe she'll do more to foster that type of relationship for the people, for the viewers. Do you think she likes us that much to like
it.
pay
Hell
attention
no.
to
She
what we're
don't
saying
care about shit,
on larger
child. She don't care about
nerves?
no people.
I think that Giselle has made it her mission to come on and actively stir the pot in everybody else's life, so nobody can focus on her and her.
Yep.
And I think that's honestly, if you really
Bingo.
want business talked about, that's probably the smartest thing to do. But I don't see her busting no moves. I think she's gonna keep with it.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
That's
All
her
right,
thing and she's sticking to it.
that's it. And
So
you know what, ladies? I appreciate you for stopping by Larger Curves tonight. I have to go. My sons are still up and they were supposed to be in bed. So I
So
have to
let's go.
go. Thank you, Prosperity Thick Girl 40. Do you have any last thoughts?
Yeah, we just want to get they need to get better. They too old for the drama every single time they get together. Then you with your husbands. Like I wouldn't even want my husband to know that that's you know what I'm saying. I wouldn't even want to represent myself like that in front of my husband because he's with you and you still can't act like you got no sense.
Right?
No,
Right?
get some life and start loving yourself more because this ain't the way to go. Get these
Exactly.
kids, get these next generation something to aspire to. Because if it wasn't for the people that came before us, where would we be? Let's give them what they deserve as well.
Yeah, and show them some positivity and some good vibe stuff, something
Because
you're right
y'all are they
to
so
aspire
high
to
and
do.
mighty, but they the ghetto with ratchetest ones. They more than the ones that come from the ghetto. So stop
Right.
trying to act like you're more than what you are, but then you go down and play in the mud. That don't even go together.
Right, right, right. Yeah, it doesn't match. It doesn't match. You're right about that. I appreciate you for coming in tonight, Prosperity Thick Girl 40. I'm going to go ahead and let you go for right now. And we're about to chime out. I love you. Thank you so much.
Love y'all too. Y'all be safe, Ed.
Yay! Okay. And Tati Vision. OMG, girl. Do you know how appreciative I am of you for taking your time to stop over here and make my channel even better with your energy? I love you.
oh, I
I
love
love
you
you. I
too.
appreciate you. And I agree with a lot of what you were saying. And I have further insight into some things I might not have even thought before. Thanks to you and to Prosperity Thick Girl 40. Both of you. I love your guys' points of views and your perspectives because it's all part of the prism that makes up life in this universe. And it's all good. I personally am one of those people that we can agree or we cannot agree. And there's enough room on my right for everybody, and there's enough room on your right for everybody. So, I mean, there's enough room in this huge, gigantic universe for all of these opinions, for all of these ideas to collaborate and connect and exist in a way that's, you know, not only spontaneous, but is also like a growth enhancer. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, that's what I feel like I do with you. That's what I feel like I do when DT, when Who Cares comes on, Prosperity Thick Girl comes on, when Black Lavender pops in. You know, I really appreciate all this. Energy is energy. The frequency is love over here on Larger Curves. Thanks again for tuning in. Smashing buttons. Check my girl out, Tottie Vision, at Tottie Vision on all platforms. You have anything you want to tell the people before we go out, Tottie?
Thank you guys for coming. I always love coming over here because you have great people on your channel.
Well, you're here. Of course, they come, they follow.
Uh, well, also, I hope you do something about. I'm gonna take that thing from you. You hey, got that. Anyways, what was like? Oh yeah, I hope you do a live about love and marriage Huntsville. Did you already do?
Well, let's do it on. You want to do it on your channel?
Sure, I don't
When
care.
do you want to do it?
I do not care at all. You just let me know when you're free. You know, I work and go to school from home. I'm always at home.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, we need to do that soon, and hopefully, I think we should do it on yours because you have a good traffic flow. You have people that come through.
Okay, we could do that. We could do that for surely. We could do Love and Marriage Huntsville. Today is what's today? We already established today is Monday because it was Tuesday afternoon in New Zealand with DT when we started. So that means we can do it tomorrow.
Okay.
We could do it tomorrow around 7.
Alrighty, I'm down.
Okay, perfect. So we'll see you back here tomorrow on Larger Curves for our review of Love and Marriage Huntsville, the most recent episode, and talk to the people about that. Feel free to stop back by. Again, thank you for tuning in to Larger Curves. Smash the buttons such as the like, the subscribe, and the bell thing so you can get notified. I appreciate you. We're about to be out. Peace.